What is going on, everybody? Hey, Monty here with another episode, another edition of Hey Chill, it's just a podcast. And how we doing today, everybody? It's another week. Ed and Tay are on the way. They are just running a little late, but it is already past 8:30, so I want to try to get the show on the road at a certain time. And so, when they get here, we'll get them on the camera, you feel me? But we got a special guest in the building today. My boy Jay Bars. What's up, bro?
Yo, what's good? What's good? I'm in the building.
Turn your mic to where it's like facing this way.
This way? Like that?
Like.
Oh shit! All right. I was wondering. I was like,
pause. My bad. Just had to make sure that it's anyway.
Yeah, I'm already know.
What's going on, my boy?
Ain't nothing much cooler, man.
What you been on, bro? You know what I mean? Like, it's been a long time. I think the last time you were up here, it was like the start of the show, and it was still the Opinionated
Yeah,
podcast,
I remember
bro.
that. This show came a long way. But
A
as for
long
me,
time
man,
ago.
I just been chilling, man. Just been working on new music and, you know what I'm saying, just working. Like,
Yeah? What
constant
you been
staying
working
busy.
on? Like, what kind of music you been on?
I just been doing a lot of different stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause everybody know that, you know what I'm saying, everybody, you got your drill music and hip hop and everything, but it'll switch it up, R&B, melody, pain, you know what I'm saying? Just talk about it as everything, so try to relate to everybody, every angle.
Hell yeah, bro. I already know. I've seen you progress, for over some years now. I've known you for a minute, bro. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been,
And I've seen you do a lot of
2019?
different styles of music, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I definitely see the progression and change, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's fun to
Appreciate
see,
you, bro.
bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, we'll kind of just do, like, a quick run back, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, like, how long you been doing music for?
I've been doing music since 2019 when Prizzy brought me to the studio with you that first time.
Jay
And,
Prizzy,
man,
shout out.
Yeah.
It's my
That's
guy.
my dog, man. We made a lot of bangers together, man.
Hell yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah.
So, you said in 2019?
Yeah.
So, your session with me, that was your first session?
Yeah, that's my first session. I always been doing music, like, you know what I'm saying, on my phone and
Yeah.
SoundCloud and BandLab and all that, but it's like I ran into Prizzy while we was working together on bass, and he said he did music, and I said I did music, but I ain't never been to the studio or whatever.
Yeah.
So we was joking about that. He let him hear one of my songs or whatever, and he was like, "Bro, you should take this to the studio. You know what I'm saying? It sound a lot better, whatever." Took it to the studio, did a couple songs, everything. I was just addicted. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
the studio.
Music can definitely be addicting. Like, I can understand that, because I know when I first started making music, bro, it was like my homeboy. Like, so I mean, I did choir and shit as a kid.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but like when I moved down here, I just kind of gave up on the whole music thing.
Right.
And then like my homeboy, he was rapping at the time, and I
Right,
remember
right.
he had showed me one of his songs and shit, and like they had shot a music video and all that, and it was dope. And I was just like, yo, this is pretty dope. Like, I want to try that shit out. You know what I'm saying? And his dad had like a fire studio. Like his
Yeah.
studio was like that. And so we would go down there because it was in their basement, and we would just start messing with the shit. And then we finally recorded a song, our first one. It was called Never Going Broke. And boy, it was the song itself. I mean, for I guess the time period was pretty cool.
Right, yeah.
We had it incorporated in like in a musical play that like his dad had a friend who put on productions and stuff, and they incorporated our song in their play and all that.
Right.
Just it was like cool, but it was definitely like a learning experience, like being in that environment. And then, but like once you get into it, it became very, very addictive. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, we always wanted to be in the studio, and his pops, like, he wasn't always trying to let us in there because, like, he's unless you're ready to record or whatever.
Yeah. It'd be like
whatever,
that. It'd be like that,
so
yeah.
especially because his dad was the one producing us. So now, as the one behind the boards, the engineer, I definitely can feel where his dad was coming from. Is like,
Right,
come in
right,
ready.
absolutely.
Don't just, you know what I'm saying? Because when you got to sit there and you could tell they're not ready. Bro, I was in there trying to record a verse for like 2 hours, bro. One verse, it was bad, man.
Yeah, that's how I started off at first. But it'd be like when you look back on it, when you record your first song, or you know what I'm saying, and you look back at how you record now, it's like it's a lot of things that change, a lot of
Hell
things
yeah.
do different.
Yeah.
Might take your time. You might
Mhm.
write. Might have the whole song down. Like it's just like a whole different type of ways that I record
Yeah, I mean,
music.
you grow, like
Yeah.
you definitely
That's a
grow as
progress.
you go, type
Yeah.
of thing. Like it's like you don't really got much of a choice but to grow as you're making your music.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah,
'cause,
definitely.
as you're progressing, you're learning from mistakes, or like you're hearing things
Yeah.
that you've done. You're like, nah, this didn't sound good, or this did sound good.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
don't
so
feel like there's no point in you doing music if you feel like you gonna stay in the same spot. You know what I'm saying? There's always room to grow. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. See, and so that'll lead me into a good question here, like
Oh yeah.
taking
go ahead.
criticism.
Fire away.
You know, taking criticism. You know, how are you on taking criticism?
I'm not gonna lie. At first, like I used to be one of them people. Like somebody say something about my music. You know what I'm saying? Like even they could tell me they like the song, but as soon as they say "but," I'm like, "What you about to say, man?" Like you know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't get mad, but I would definitely take offense. But like now it's like I take all that. You know what I'm saying? With a grain of salt. Like you know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? I actually listen to them. Like okay, you want me to do this better? And sometimes people be right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might gotta say this better, or you might gotta take your time. You might gotta tell your engineer, you know what I'm saying, you want it this way, that way, you know what I'm saying? So it's all
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's nothing to hurt nobody or whatever, just to make you better. Some people really do want to see you be better. Some people really be haters, but it's some people that actually want to see you succeed, actually want to hear you develop in your music. So I definitely take it all, appreciate it.
Yeah, I think for me it's like it's the way you say it.
Yeah,
you know, because like if it's like you come up to me and you're just like that shit was ass, you know, or like you like are commenting on one of my posts about my music, you know, oh, this shit's some ass or whatever, and it's not like a constructive criticism or critique of the song, then I'm just like, you're probably just a hater. But if it's like, oh, like I feel like this could have been better, or like you could have did this way or whatever, now you're giving me like an actual like musical opinion on what could have improved it in your ears, and now I can respect that critique opposed to you
would
just
definitely
saying
tell
who
actually giving like constructive criticism, who actually just playing around trolling in your messages and your comments and all that. So.
Because I know sometimes like because we just did an event here not too long ago, and we were critiquing some of the music, and it's like you need that as an artist sometimes. Because it's not like you're especially if you're in an environment around that's around other creatives and producers and engineers and people who've really had that experience to kind of like understand what sounds good and what doesn't, you know. It's important to have that, because it wasn't anything about like saying this shit's ass. It was more or less like this I feel like may sound like other music, and I feel like we could improve in this way and this way and this way type of things, you know. So
that's funny you said that too, because I peeped that Timberland be going live on TikTok and Instagram, and he be critiquing a lot of music. He's pretty straightforward though. I'm not gonna lie to you, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta be, man.
He will tell you when something is not it. He'll tell you. Sometimes he even tell you like what you need to do better. He may not be feeling the song, but sometimes he will tell you like, look, you know what I'm saying, you should have such and such. You know what I'm saying? But some people, it's just like, I feel like music not for everybody, honestly. You know what I'm saying? You can tell who really be taking their time with their music, and actually you can hear the passion in it. And sometimes you hear people just go to the studio, just put out whatever.
They just lay their shit down. They don't even care. They don't even care if it's
bragging like, oh, I did this song in like 10, 15 minutes. I did it up. Because you didn't take your time on it. You just you recorded whatever. Let your engineer do whatever. Then walked out of the studio and then put it for everybody to see, and then wonder why you got no views.
It's like, because you got to look at your music as like a product in a store, right? Like when you see a product in the store, you're not seeing like an unfinished product for the most part. I mean, video games maybe, but like when it comes to just like physical products in the store, you're not seeing an unfinished product. You're seeing a finished, full out, ready to sell product. So when you're putting out your music, it's one thing to put out snippets. Now, if you're in the studio working on a song, and you're just like, yo, I did this, this is what I'm working on, let me get your opinion on it.
Trillers and all that.
You know what I'm saying? And you're getting like, you're really trying to just get an opinion on what you're working on. That's one thing. But if you're songs out now, it's dropping everywhere, all platforms, and it's not even done yet, and it's not even done, that's where I'm like, nah, see, we got to take a step back now. I mean, I get it if music's just a hobby, you just want to put it out just because you like to put out music. You know, you don't want it. You know, it just depends on the level that you're taking your music, you know. But if you're really trying to be out there and you're trying to be an artist that's selling records, you got to make sure that your product sounds good, because especially if you're trying to put it into the ears of professionals, like people who could change your life, they hear a bad mix, man, they turning that shit off so quick.
And they're gonna tell you too. They're gonna tell you. They be like, oh, what you were saying was good, you know what I'm saying, song was good, but the way it sound in my ears, you're producing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to get better production, man.
So I feel like that's equally, that's on your producer and that's on you too, because your producer some producers, they really don't care like what you come to record. Long as they're getting paid, they're gonna do what they want. Not saying that's you, you know what I'm saying? Because you definitely.
Oh no, I
work
mean,
with- yeah.
I'm guilty of it too. I've been in sessions where I'm just like, you know, I mean, but every artist,
you pretty much you gonna get what you pay for. You know what I'm saying? Like
for the most part,
yeah.
Because I know that there's artists who've been to studio sessions and they did not get what they paid for. Like they paid a high dollar and got bullshit from it. You know, like I know at least for me since I started, it was I want you to leave with something to where, even if I don't finish mixing it or actually give it a full out mix, if you were to put it out, it'll still sound good.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like as far as like I'll just throw especially with the AI mastering tools now, I'll throw that little thing on real quick. I'm not gonna touch it, tweak it, fuck with it, nothing. But I want to at least make sure that people walk out with that, no matter what. Just because I know that if it's gonna be played out somewhere, I don't want somebody saying, "No, that producer don't know what he's doing." That output's gonna sound good.
Yeah,
fuck
they definitely will tell you.
regardless.
They
You know
will
what I
tell
mean?
you.
So
Actually, on a larger scale, they will tell you.
yeah, and like even
They will
like
tell you.
beginning as a producer, man, like taking that critique from other people, man, like on your productions, like engineering specifically, that shit, it can get to you after a while when people are like, this don't sound right, because I know for me when I first started like really mixing for other people and shit, I had to take a lot and learn from a lot because I wasn't doing a lot right, you know, and I had to kind of swallow my pride for a while. And even still now, like if I fuck up and do something wrong, like I gotta fix it, you know. And that was one of those things you got to learn early on in the game, you know.
That's facts, though. You said nothing but facts.
I mean, being an artist in Virginia, you know, there's always just been the narrative, you know, that Virginia is just, it's not the place, or it's, you know, it's just everybody's selfish or to themselves, and people don't want to support each other. There's always been,
and I hate that narrative too.
This narrative,
it's a lot of people that do try to shed a light on us, but at the same time, it's also people that don't want to. It's like it's a crab in the it's a crab in the barrel mentality. Like everybody just be. It's a lot of people that do be out for themselves, and it's like it's a lot of talent that's out here that will never see the day of light because they either out in the streets or they out beefing with somebody. Like this person talented too. You don't gotta hate on them just because they make good music just like you do. You know what I'm saying? Or they from another block, or they from, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think for me it's learning how to swallow your pride, or like how to just like duck your ego behind for a second to like look at the bigger outcome at the end. Like if there's an artist who's starting to buzz, they starting to get like views online, they starting to like, you know, people are really like, yo, they like that, you know, they kind of get this aura to them. If you can kind of feel that there's somebody around like that, connect with them, like be a part of them, try to be a part of the process, because you never know that later down the line they might not fuck with you again, but at least you can say, you know, hey, I did this with this person, or you can have that
get
credit.
Some game from,
you know what I'm saying?
From
yeah,
too, you know
that
it ain't always about everybody. And I feel like in this music scene down here, everybody's not buddy. It's always not gonna be on no buddy. It's like a lot of this stuff just be business, transactional. You know what I'm saying? I can make a song with you. I don't know you. I don't gotta like you. I don't gotta be your friend. But we made a good song together.
True.
You know what I'm saying? We made good money together, but I don't gotta be your friend.
Yeah, I mean, music is a business at the end of the day, you know, so you don't have to make everything so personal, you know, because, I've done songs with people that it's just, you know, it just hopped on the song, whatever, it's whatever. For the most part, I mean, for the most part for me nowadays, I gotta, like, know you, fuck with you type of thing, you know, I don't just hop on anybody's songs now, but, like, there's a business side and there's a personal side, and I say it's hard sometimes to mix, to separate them, because for me music is personal, you know, like, because when it comes to like everything that I do, it's my life pretty much, so it is personal for me, you know what I mean? So when it comes to, you know, my equipment and just everything around me, when things are not aligned, shit fucks with me, you feel me? So I just lost my train of thought, but fucking
you good? That's what we here for.
Fucking being in the space of music in Virginia, I think the narrative has got this way just simply because of the too many egos, and then there's like groups that kind of make their own waves, and then, you know, when it comes time to try to do some type of collaboration, maybe something doesn't work out, you know, maybe something like the collaboration doesn't go well, or the song it doesn't sound good, or whatever
Yeah,
the case
it could
is.
be
or something.
anything.
And
It
then
could
like
be,
once
yeah.
that bad thing happens, there's like no coming back, and now it's just like two opposite opposing music sides type of thing. I don't know. To me, it's just like there's a lot of weird energy that I feel like is starting to get leveled out a little bit. Cause like for me, I feel like I've been feeling kind of a shift in the last like year. I want to say like
Right.
people are starting to understand like the problem, and I'm starting to feel like there's more people who are coming out of their shells a little bit and being more, you know, kind of out there with trying to, you know, network and deal with newer people and stuff like that. And I hope I continue to see that, man, because Virginia has a lot of talent.
Yeah, that's the only way we gonna grow. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know?
Pharrell come down here every year for something to water. He can have a lot more artists
Yeah.
performing, a lot more artists networking, a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Just not just music, just everything. People
Yeah.
selling shirts or whatever you got
I
going
think-
on. It's a lot
I think what it
that we got out here.
what it is like there has to be something that's just leading the charge here, like
Yeah,
because I mean Virginia, if you ask me, it is a lot of following. It's a lot of people who are like they want to hop on what's hot. They want to hop on, you know, what's next, and it's like just a lot of a lot of clout following. I'm sorry, I want to say a lot of clout following from
Yeah.
what I see. So if we can have some type of leader lead that way, now we have some people who are doing some pretty cool things right now as far as like Tommy Richmond goes. Tommy Richmond is out there now. He's pretty much out. Now, what's I feel like gonna happen is if he doesn't try to like do anything in Virginia after he's done doing everything he has to do to like really solidify himself.
You already know those conversations gonna go.
Everybody just he's just
sell
left
out.
like
He
that.
don't look-
Yeah, and it's
He act like he not from here. You
but
know
see,
what
the thing is for me is that nobody is obligated to do anything for
Yeah.
anybody. You know,
because
like
when he came up, nobody was checking for him. Nobody was supporting him.
you know what I mean.
It's hard to make it out here. You know what
So,
I'm saying?
like,
So
his
it's like
song-
when you make it, you pretty much you have to look out for yourself at that time. It's like when you get in a position where you can look out for people. Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Like Pharrell does. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Missy Elliott, whoever you want to name, that come down here and look out for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's hard to get to that point because you have to lock in and focus on yourself. Those people fail to realize just because my song buzzing right now don't mean I got the money to come down here and, you know what I'm saying, build houses and do all this. You know what I'm saying? I got to look out for me and my family first.
yeah.
Then once I get myself straight where I can do stuff for people and put people on, then yeah, I could do that.
And one thing that also like keep in mind that's important is like just because you have a song that starts to like do numbers doesn't really mean you're gonna go anywhere. Because I mean I
Yeah.
have seen a lot of people where they have like songs blow up on TikTok and social media and stuff, and they haven't really gone anywhere. Maybe they've done some shows, you know, and stuff like that, and they got a little bit of a push for a few minutes, but that was about
It's
it.
really
you know?
all in the trend because you can be hot today and you could, you know what I'm saying,
Be
fizzle
not
out
tomorrow. Yeah,
Yeah, somebody else then got the limelight.
yeah,
Or
absolutely.
your song just ain't, you know what I'm saying, ain't like that. No,
I
it
mean,
fizzles out.
When they say 15 minutes, it's literally 15
Yeah, it
minutes.
literally
man. Like
is.
it's such a short time span that you can be relevant, especially at the start of your career. Like there's ways to, I guess, maintain your relevancy if
Yeah.
you can continue to make good music and you have a solidified fan base when at the start, you know, because it's a way to stay relevant through time. Like
Yeah.
the Drakes, the
Yeah,
Futures,
exactly.
the Migos.
That's
you
why
know.
I feel like even with Drake has been going so long with his music consistently to the point where he
That-
can afford to take a loss to a Kendrick Lamar. He can
Yeah.
afford it because guess what? He can wake up tomorrow, put another hit out, and nobody gonna even care. They
He's
gonna be like, "Oh,
been
you
putting-
lost?"
He's been putting hits
Yeah.
out still. Like
Yeah, he's still putting no hits.
He
leaking
just
hits.
put out another song with Playboy Cardi. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. Like, and that shit was. I was like, damn. Like Drake
That
can.
shit ain't
Yeah,
gonna
he's
stop.
he's
It ain't
got
gonna
the
stop- it
fan
ain't gonna
base,
stop
bro.
nothing.
And there's still a lot of people who don't like Kendrick. So
Yeah,
you know, he's got.
I just feel like
enough.
Kendrick just don't. Kendrick is one of the best. You know,
Oh, he
literally,
is
you know
by
what I'm saying?
far. Yeah, in my
Lyrically,
opinion.
music, all of that. But it's like he knows what he's doing. Everything is
Yeah.
calculated. He come out
Yeah.
whenever he wants to put out music or whatever. He had a point where he probably don't even feel like he got to put out music every 2 months or so. You know what I'm saying? He don't got to put out no surprise tapes. Just do what he do.
I mean, Kendrick Lamar is. I mean, to me, he's
Solidified.
just because his lyricism is just like unmatched. Like,
Yeah.
the way he's able to just kind of punch bars
Nobody
in and
messing with
shit
him
like
lyrically.
that, like bro, is just unmatched.
Nobody.
Completely unmatched. Is Tay coming right behind you? All right. But yes, so Ed and Tay are coming in. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna watch a video. Just let's talk about the song real quick before we even play. So what video and song are we about to be watching here?
We about to watch song called Minute Maid by yours truly, J Bars. I made that probably like last year around this time.
Okay.
Or whatever.
And where'd you shoot the video at?
I shot the video on Warwick Boulevard. I had like various locations around Hardee's and all that stuff, just trying to make it the scenery just pop. Marlon Woods and everything, just doing crazy stuff. But yeah, it was a nice little time, man. We got lit.
Big facts. Tell me a little bit about like what the song's about.
Honestly, the song is about it's like a play on words, you know what I'm saying? I said what I said. I can't even remember what I said right now. But
I guess we're gonna
it's gonna explain itself though. It's gonna explain itself though.
I guess we're gonna find out here in a second.
You're gonna hear it in the line.
Alright, so we're gonna check out this video by J Bars, Minute Maid.
Fast little baby got that juicy say I'm Minute Maid. Stop with what that packy fuck with me, I might just get him paid. Stubborn nigga, but I'm young and stuck up, I be in my ways. Like the sun is down, I peep too cool and I can't see the shade. They play with us, we barbers run this bitch, the clippers make them fade. Told her come and fuck me, took her down and now she lippin'. My man's and bought this bitch, she tryna fuck, I'm like he trippin'. She act was in my cup, I said don't worry about what I'm sippin'. Keep it on me, head be on the swivel, ain't no slippin'. Step up in the club, I'm pouring me a drink, they playing my song. Bands be on me, I be sliding 50s in a thong. Like be short, so I be playing the ball, but so damn long. Flexing on these niggas with the work, the business strong. Take off like the Migos, rest in power to the rocket. You can keep your tape, nobody waiting for you to drop it. Kill for chasing Clark, got what he wanted, trending topic. QB on the player, if he can't score, we run the option. Pass off to the gang, get run it back, we get it poppin'. Up the score, numbers on the board, it ain't no stopping. Pull me up before inside this cup, now it's not lemonade. I catch too fast, little baby, got that juicy say I'm Minute Maid. Stop with what that packy fuck with me, I might just get him paid. Stubborn nigga, but I'm young and stuck up, I be in my ways. Like the sun is down, I peep too cool and I can't see the shade. They play with us, we barbers run this bitch, the clippers make them fade. Told her come and fuck me, took her down and now she lippin'. My man's and bought this bitch, she tryna fuck him like she trippin'. She act was in my cup, I said don't worry about what I'm sippin'. Keep it on me, head be on the swivel, ain't no slippin'.
No, for real. No, for real.
He got that juicy girl, Minute Maid. He got that juicy sound, Minute Maid. What the fuck going on? Free my nigga now, free my niggas. Gang, that damn nigga. Minute Maid. Got that juicy. Get that.
Boom, boom, boom. Welcome back. Hello, everybody. We are back. Oh, dang, the camera's still a little bit. Ed, scoot over a little bit. Can you scoot over a little bit?
Boom, 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 boom.
Something like that. Yeah, I think that'll work. Hello, welcome back, everybody.
What it is, ho?
That was J Bars, Minute Maid.
Yo.
That was something new. Look at that. We don't usually do something like that, but we had to transition to get everybody on. So, like it, man.
Yeah, that was different.
You feel me? Anyway, so back to the conversation that we were having initially at hand here.
I like your hat.
Thank you. I got it when I was in Los Angeles. I went to a LA Clippers game with my brother.
I asked for the details. You could have just said thank you.
Welcome to the show, assholes. That's why your mic's not on.
Well, that's fine. Good. They didn't have to hear your ass get fried.
That's crazy. He said the white dot.
Oh.
Yeah, I turned it
Can
on when I
you
was in there.
hear me now?
So it was you.
Receiving it now, Mr. Krabs.
Anyway. So, Drake, Kendrick, bam, what we were talking about. Drake, yeah, I think Drake has solidified his fan base, so I think he definitely could afford that L, right? So what we were talking about pretty much was, what was the gist of what we were talking about? Because we just started talking about fucking L's and Drake and Kendrick, and then
We were
Kendrick's
just
music
talking
was
about
just
like
great.
the music scene pretty much.
Oh, as a whole in Virginia,
Yeah.
right? Ed, I know you have a lot of intake and a lot of thoughts on the local scene. So we were talking about the narrative that's been created in Virginia, right? And how everybody feels like just there's no support and
We'll see.
Virginia's not this and that.
We'll see. The crazy thing is now, that narrative is being changed a lot. There's so many events that's going on every weekend, every week. I think now people are looking at the artists themselves. Like, okay, you feel like this isn't going on for you, then it's your problem, it's your issue. Because just with this weekend alone, there were 6 events. You know what I'm saying? 6 different events.
Yeah, it's
where,
certain. Yeah,
where people
certain.
can go out and do their own thing, no matter what type of genre you're in, lane you're in. There were opportunities out to do it. Now it's just people not networking on their own terms. You're not the best.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
You're not the best. You're not the biggest. You're not owning 757. Everybody's trying to eat. Everybody's trying to work. Everybody's trying to get themselves on the map. So with that being said, get out of your shell. Get out of that ego.
Stop hating on everybody too.
You know what I really think?
Everybody hate.
I think what would make the best artist to me is the person who makes the best music with the most connections around Virginia. I'm talking about somebody who's connected with all the promoters, all the photographers, videographers, all the artists. Everybody knows this person. This person's out doing all the shows, and when they do go to shows, they bring people with them. They bring at least 10 people out to each show. Like, those are the people that I'm gonna look at, are the ones who are the best out here. Which there's not too many people out here who are doing those types of things, but there are people, and plenty of them out here, who are. So I do think that there are people in contendership for that top 10 slot, but like, in order to even be considered for that, you gotta do shit. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of not doing much. It's just putting the music out and not doing anything from there. It's just doing shows and not really going to the shows to network with people. You go to do the show, you do your performance, you dip. That's not the way you do it. You use these shows to go, you talk to everybody in there. Out. Try to have your little business cards. Have some shirts.
Business cards.
Business cards.
Well,
yeah,
that's a
new one.
I feel like
cards.
That is a big part. Like, going out and not just taking the show for what it is, especially because most of these artists are paying to do these events.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Unless you know certain people in there, most people are paying.
Oh yeah,
but
definitely. You know about
I will also say that some artists in the 757 need a reality check.
Yeah.
And when I say that is, live your dream. I will never tell you not to do something, but if you go out here and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna make this shit work, and it ain't working, it's just not working.
Yeah.
And I think some people,
I feel like you've been too subliminal.
What?
Like, what do you mean?
Like,
I mean, there's a lot of artists.
There's a lot of artists.
It's a lot of people out here, honestly, that don't even have a passion for it. They just out here doing it because somebody else doing
Putting
it.
on the
Your
facade.
homeboy doing it. Oh,
yeah,
you ain't got nothing else doing life, so you
know
want to
what
try
I'm
to rap.
You got 8 people in a group, and then all
Everybody
8 wanna
can't be the rap, but somebody
really.
need to pick up the camera. Somebody
Exactly.
need, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And that
Record
is
the music.
Everybody
want to
be the main
Taking
character.
pictures, going vlogging, something.
Exactly.
Everybody gotta be the main
is
character.
not
Everybody
meant
can't
for
be the
this.
rapper.
You know what
Everybody
I'm saying?
can't.
And truth be honest, bro, like, this music game, yes, it's volatile right now. Yes, there is an open space for people to win, but at the same time, bro, we pick another hobby. Not necessarily drop what you got going on, but I see a lot of artists that say, hey, yeah, I'm an artist. And then you go to their page and it's August now and their last post was in June or in April. Or you go on their story and they haven't posted in 3 days. Or you go
You
on
just
other...
got trailers on there. You don't got no music videos, at least. You know what I'm saying?
Even that, it's just like there's no progress with it.
Yeah.
They,
Not seeing the
they
elevation.
copy
It's the same thing.
the big leagues, and they're just like, well, I'm gonna wipe my page. I'm just gonna have 3 posts, and people just gonna focus on that. You're not big enough to do what you think you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean, like a reality check where, hey, bro, somebody need to sit you down and be like, if you really want this, then it come. And then another thing, a lot of artists, I would say the artists that I've met are doing it, but also there's been some that I've met that you're not willing to put a bag in yourself. Like, you're not willing to put money behind yourself.
Yeah,
you think everything is supposed to be handed out.
Yeah.
And it does not work like that. Everybody is, oh yeah, you won't work at McDonald's, but you think you're just supposed to flip some weed or do some shit, some whack ass shit, and think you're supposed to get a bag from it to fund your music career. No, if you gotta work at Walmart and do a 9 to 5, to support your studio time
selling weed is my 9 to 5.
and buying. But you know what? The fake trappers, the wannabe trappers.
Yeah.
I got Za, bitch. That's too late.
Yeah.
You should have did that in the early 2000s. Everybody can get weed offhand.
I think I don't want to knock anybody's hustle for how they get it, because get it how you get it. You feel me? But it is like, find a way to fund your hobby in some way, shape, or form.
You cannot be
trapping
cheap
and shit
with
ain't
your
the
hobby.
best way,
You
and
can't
I
be cheap
don't
with your
want to
hobby.
condone
You gotta
trapping.
invest.
But some people, that's just what they do. You
Some
feel
people
me?
are good at it, but I'm
But-
saying
Yeah.
some aren't.
The biggest point is like, I think a lot of people need to ask themselves, or like really tell themselves, like, are you taking this seriously, or is this a hobby? Because I do see a lot of people, they're like, I'm an artist, and then this just what you described, they're not really promoting their music, their page is pretty much empty, they don't really post that much, they're not promoting anything. So I don't look at you as an artist, I just look at you as somebody who makes music as a hobby.
Yeah.
Like, that's
everybody's
about it,
doing that.
It's all about how serious you take yourself as an artist, and are you lying to yourself or not? Because there's a lot of talented people out here that I feel like they just like to make music. They don't really truly want to be an artist. I don't truly want to be an artist. I just like to make music. So I don't even want to consider myself to be.
And music itself is an expression.
That's
So
the
if that's what
thing.
you're doing, then express yourself. It's okay to go to open mics or talent shows and to express yourself and let everybody see who you are. But there's a difference when you want to be a superstar or not.
Yeah, that's,
Like there's levels
it
to the
come
shit.
with the
when
fame too. Everybody not ready
Yeah.
for the fame.
That's what I'm like. If you're gonna put
I don't be
yourself
like a lot
out
of
there as
attention
like
either.
a big
I ain't gonna lie to
superstar,
you.
like you're this, you're that, then you gotta like be that. Like, you can't act like you're something you're really not. Because that's one thing that bothers me a lot. Is I have seen that in individuals before, where it's like they talk a big game, but then I go and see the social media and shit, and it's just nothing, nothing really going on. It's just simple posts or whatever. They'll promote a song here and there, like with a little cover art, and be like, go listen to this, and then like that's it. It's like you got to do more than that. Like, it's a mixture of going to the shows and networking, talking to people, and then being on TikTok consistently, finding different ways to promote your music. And there's so many different ways that you could do it that's so easy that you could just like do some everyday life shit, right? You're brushing your teeth, you put a quote up there with your song playing,
Because I just showed
and
you,
that's content.
I just showed you
People
a clip
buy
the
into
other
that
day.
dumbass shit.
I just showed him a clip the other day, and he agreed with me. Some of that shit is just like extra cringy, and I could never like imagine myself doing that.
It is extra cringy. Don't get me wrong. A lot of it I couldn't do because it's just too cringy for me. But at the same time, it has a lot of views and people watch
I
it.
think I figured.
People like
that's
it.
what it
People
is.
watch it. Like, there's a lot of people out there who love that cringy shit. I don't particularly.
I don't.
I
But
don't.
like, there's people out there who
I
are just
scroll-
like,
I
oh my
scroll
god,
right
this is
past
the
that
right.
shit.
I'd be like, ugh.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just continuously putting out your shit. And if you're not serious about your music and you're not trying to be a big superstar, then just, hey man, I like to make music here and there. Here's my song. If you like it, cool.
I mean, like Bar said, everybody ain't ready for the fame.
That's a fact. But
A lot of
these
people don't
people who
want
aren't
fame,
ready
for
for
real.
the fame or really don't want it are acting like they do. That's the
Because they
problem.
want the fortune that go
Yeah, 'cause
along
that's
with
what,
it.
that's what come with it.
But it ain't-
Exactly.
But that's the crazy thing about it. Like, if you really study this music industry, you really study the music business, then you know your ratio, your income to debt ratio when you get in your first
Oh, yeah,
10 years
wow.
in the music game, it's going to be more debt than more
Oh, yeah.
income. So for all those people that think, oh yeah, I'm gonna have the cars and I'm gonna get my mama out the hood and I'm gonna have the girls and the chains.
That probably be the roughest time in people's career
Like-
when they first start out. They first make it or whatever because they know they're not making as much money as they should. They getting hit songs off the bat, but they not seeing the money.
And that's
from it.
and that right there is the
I'm on the only one
facade.
without
And-
shades.
You get 3 or 4 people touching your money before you even get a slice of the
Even
pie.
know by now.
Exactly. And then people live in this imaginary land, especially, well, that's why I ask artists every time, like, you want to sign a deal or you want to stay independent? Some of them go, well, I will sign a deal if it sound right. What is sounding right? What do you want out of it? Then they give me this long ass pause where they just don't know. It's just like, maybe you should sit down and think about that.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go back to the drawing
You gotta
board.
Well, a lot of
understand
artists
a lot of
also
shit.
don't understand what comes with a deal. Like, they don't know the difference between the deals. They don't know what really goes on inside the deals. Like,
The
because the
obligations.
majority of the deals are just gonna fuck you over. Like,
Yeah, you getting 360
you really-
deals
yeah,
and all
you-
type of shit.
It's
you
like-
get-
it's like
pretty much
buying a
any
car.
deal is gonna fuck you over. They're gonna take majority of your money. So it's like, how fucked do you want to
Whatever
get?
you
That's
make,
what you
that
gotta
shit
figure
coming
out.
right out.
Like,
That
how
shit,
fucked do
gotta
you
pay
want
that
to
right
get?
back.
And the only thing that you really can do to like not get yourself totally fucked is to understand what deal you're about to fuck yourself over with. Because if you don't know what you're fucking yourself over with, you're going to sign the worst of the worst. Opposed to something that you could just make 2 years, you're getting fucked over for 2 years, you're not going to make any money for real, but you're going to get your name out there as long as you put in the work, you know what I'm saying? Because now you got the resources to get your shit out there for real. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're able to at least know what you're reading into, or like what kind of deal you want, so you know how to fuck yourself over the easiest way, you know?
Like last night we had a music executive, Mr. Bullet, shout out to him, and he was telling about one of the artists. They had signed him for a publishing deal, and that artist thought, oh yeah, we were gonna book your hotel, we were gonna book your studio time, we were gonna book your videos. It's like, no, G, like, nigga, you got a publishing deal. We're gonna help you with putting your music out, publishing your shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But people sign contracts and they don't read. Like, I don't know why. And it's not even just music. I don't know why people stop reading.
We are in a literacy crisis.
You put a piece of paper out in front of them and tell them you give them some money, they're just gonna sign it. I don't even know what is in the fine print.
See, because that's the thing about the deals is that everything, all of that you just named, hotels, travel, all of that, all comes out of your pocket.
Oh yeah,
that's what a lot of these artists don't get. And see, the thing is that if you're not even educated enough to know what's on a contract, you shouldn't even be trying to sign to any type of record label. Like, you should stay your happy ass independent until you learn a little bit more about the business, or you find you a good enough manager who's going to do it all for you, which, boy, you're going to have some buzz going if you want some real management behind you, if you ask me.
I tell them all the time, bro, a manager is for things. A manager comes into place when you have things to manage. Yep. Don't just have a manager because, oh, well, artist is supposed to have one. You ain't got shit going for yourself.
And don't just hire anybody as a manager. Don't.
I gotta say this.
Everybody don't know what they're doing.
I gotta say this, all right? For all of you artists out there who have a manager, if you're an artist who is not doing anything, and I can tell you're not doing anything, and you try to forward me to your manager, I'm not talking to your manager. I'm going to talk to you, and I'm going to talk to you only. You can forward this information, and I'll let your manager know, hey, this is what the plan is with your artist. But it's not going to be me talking to your manager now, because there was just a recent opportunity that I had. I took that one seriously, and I talked to their manager because I actually respected their music. I respected their professionalism when I met them, and I respected their manager and his words and his thoughts and his knowledge on the music business. So that was an opportunity that I was like, nah, I'll talk to your manager. But I have also been in situations where I see these artists and I'm like, talk to your who? That's cute. Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna talk to you. And if that's a problem, then I guess we're just not talking, because you are not on the level. You're like, your music's and your just everything is not on the level to be telling me anything about a manager right now. Because if you had a manager, your shit would be looking right.
Your people will call my people.
Your shit would actually look right. You know what I'm saying? Because these people, they had websites, they had professional music, like you can tell, type shit. It was just different with that. But this other shit, nah, I'm not talking to you.
I don't be getting why people be hiring managers or whatever. I feel like when you hire a manager, whoever he or she is supposed to be the person that does stuff that you can't do as an artist. When you got to be focused on the music and stuff, they supposed to handle all this behind the scenes. If you as an artist, you still handling stuff behind the scenes and you got a manager, why do you have that manager if you still have to do all this instead of just focusing on the music and being the breadwinner and getting the bag?
So, well, here's another thing is that there's a lot of misunderstandings about a manager's role and a manager's job. A manager's job is not to do all the creative behind the artist. Cover art, fucking all of that shit is not the manager's role. It could be if the manager decides to take on the that's definitely a part of the manager's job. Like, a lot of the shit does fall on the artist to still have to do, especially at a low level where you don't have fans, you don't have a following, you have a manager who's your buddy from high school who's like, yeah, bro, let me manage you. You know, like, when you're on that level, it's one thing. But when you're dealing with a real fucking, like, on higher level, then that means you already have your team established. Like you already have your video guy, you already have your art guy, you already have all this shit established, and your manager's like, all right, well, get this package for me, and then the manager's job is to send it to the people now, type shit. But it's the artist's job to make sure that the shit is packaged up for the manager to be able to send type shit. It's like it's a partnership here at the end of the day. Like they got to work together. But I feel like a lot of artists feel like everything is the manager's job. No, it's not at all. A lot of it is your job still. And then your manager has to get paid if you want him to be doing all this extra shit. Just saying.
Who bought you that shirt?
I bought it from Temu.
You should have got it a size bigger.
Why'd you? I wasn't gonna say that.
It shrunk.
Why'd you buy that shirt?
It looked cool.
What's on the shirt?
Name that.
Why do we have to do this?
Name
Oh,
that.
he don't know nobody on the shirt.
Name that bottom character. Who is that?
He don't know. Can you at least tell me who this is? You don't even know what's his name.
What's his name?
I don't watch anime.
You are the most disrespectful. And the whole time, I gave up on the music conversation because I'm just like, he watched WWE. Like, why does he have that shirt on?
He probably just thought it was
You
cool
don't
and
even.
just bought it.
And I'm just like,
I buy a lot of shirts. I don't know what the fuck is on.
See,
I don't know what the fuck on my shirt right now. I bought it.
No, fuck that. Because see, if I looked at your shirt, the first thing I would think of is
Joker.
Twisted Metal.
I see Joker.
No, Joker's never looked at that. But you
Really?
you got All Might at the
Shit, I don't know
bottom.
either. I just
You
like
got Luffy under that. Then you got Naruto. Then you got Naruto's in he's in one of his Sage modes. Then it looks like you have Zoro. Then it looks like you got Ultra Instinct Goku. And I'm just like, you don't even.
Oh, that is.
You don't even.
Oh no,
do
none of them
that.
niggas.
Take that shit off.
None of them.
No.
Yeah, you don't wear that again.
I'm going to.
That's disrespectful.
I'm going to wear it next week purposely.
That's like me wearing a AEW shirt with Ronda Rousey or some shit. You'd be like, you see her face? Because she
I
knows.
forgot all about Ronda Rousey.
She's not on AEW.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
why I was
You see
like,
how you
why
got-
did
you see
he
how you
just say
corrected
Ronda
that, right?
Rousey?
Yeah, but you
He
just
understands.
corrected something that I don't understand either. So I don't know.
You
My
gotta
point
be there,
is,
but I
I
ain't
saw
seen
the
her no
shirt
more.
on Temu, and I was like, "Yo, that's a cool shirt."
D-Lo, if you
And I
see
bought
this
it.
shit, make sure that shirt don't come back on, bro.
It's gonna shrink a little bit more when he
Yeah.
put it in the washer. And he's not gonna be able to put it on.
Don't dry it twice.
He's not gonna be able to put it on. This shirt's last run.
You know, we were having such a
No,
peaceful,
that shit took me
solid
there, bro.
conversation, and
That
then
shit
these
took me
two
there.
join the panel, and then it's just berating Cameron.
That shit took me there, bro. Well, see, it was a lot of questions I had when I first got in, because when we watched the music video, and I'm watching it, and I'm looking, and I'm just like, I look, and I looked again, and I looked again. What was the big change?
What do you mean? What was the big change?
I had blonde hair.
Yeah.
And now it's what?
Well, that's what I was saying. I was like, okay, cool. Well,
The fuck?
was it a brand?
Was
it
a big
branded
change?
I
name?
can see it.
Honestly, like I had dyed my tips blonde or whatever, and then like I kept dyeing them further up my dreads or whatever. But then I had funny story.
See,
I had
comes with everything comes.
I was getting my hair done right, and I like
That's
I
what
felt
he
like
said.
my blonde was like getting darker, like, and I told her like to brighten it. So when I told her to brighten it, right, she took the thing off. I looked in the mirror, my whole head, I was looking like Bart Simpson. Like even my sideburns was like blonde or whatever. So like from there, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna just go blonde or whatever, cause I was really upset because how bright it was. Like it dead ass was on par with Bart Simpson color. So after it like died down a little bit or whatever, and it got a little dark, I was like, I'll try it a little bit. So yeah, from there I did it. But you know, when you got a lot of bleach in hair, it's a lot of chemicals in there, and it dries out real fast. So I was like, at some point, I was like, fuck this shit, I'm going back to black.
That's the reason why I only
Her
committed
shit-
to this
Her
patch.
shit's still green.
What do
She
you
dyed
mean
her shit
still?
2 years ago.
I did not dye my hair green
That shit-
2
that
years
shit-
ago.
That shit's still green.
I didn't dye my hair green
You
2
didn't dye
years
it green?
ago.
That shit was definitely green when
Yeah.
you first
It
started.
was,
It
no,
wasn't
it
green?
wasn't.
It was
Pause.
green?
blue,
All right, go ahead and be
green when you
quiet.
first
So
started.
be quiet so I can explain.
Yeah, I
it.
gotta hear this.
It was not green. It was blonde.
It was
I
blonde?
dyed it. I did the little spray paint green shit for Halloween, and y'all motherfuckers left me hanging because I was Beetlejuice, the only person dressed the fuck up for Halloween.
She's still butthurt.
Yeah.
Blonde.
Yes, it was blonde.
Whenever you ain't never
Have you
came
ever
in here.
looked? Have
You
you
ain't
ever
never
looked?
came in here looking like Cisco.
Have you ever looked at the goddamn flyer for A Chill? It's just a podcast.
Yes,
she ain't
I
lying.
have, and
That
it was
shit-
not blonde.
It is
shit is,
blonde.
though.
His shit was blonde. Yours was not that,
That shit
blonde.
is blonde.
Whatever. Bro.
I mean, I don't know. Was yours
Why
like
was she the only
bleach
one
right
dressed up
blonde?
for Halloween?
Because they left me hanging.
shit caught us.
They
off
came up
guard
with a
for
whole.
one
They
time.
came up with an
so
idea
here's
and
the
left me
thing.
hanging.
Here was the
She
thing.
caught us off
No,
guard.
wait. She didn't really.
So
catch
y'all
us
just
off
said
guard, though.
y'all weren't gonna participate.
We
Y'all gonna
we
participate.
did like
Hanging.
it was the week before. We were just like, oh, we should do like a dress up for Halloween, and then we just talked about it briefly. But then like she actually did, and we never did.
Yeah, they left
That
me
was-
hanging. Granted, I went trick or treat with my kids that day, but
And it was the creepiest episode ever because we thought somebody was knocking on the door and shit.
damn
Oh,
sure
yeah,
did.
I remember that. Yeah,
That's
that shit was
crazy. T left me hanging too. Oh, they all left me hanging. I was the only person.
She was looking
Well, we
wild
made
on the
up
podcast.
for it. We
Imagine,
all dressed up last year.
Imagine everybody dressing normal and she got like the makeup around
Nah,
her eyes
I had like
and
the
all
black
that.
eye, the purple
Yeah,
eyes.
That
I was
shit looked
Beetlejuice, bro.
crazy.
I was Beetlejuice.
Pretty
I looked
sure I
mad
had this
weird.
exact outfit on that episode too.
You probably did.
I don't know.
That's
Anyway.
crazy. What,
So-
what we gonna be this Halloween?
Oh Jesus!
Oh, that is like,
It's coming up.
yeah, that's crazy.
It's
I mean,
coming
it's
up.
my birthday is coming up. Oh,
I mean, the glizzy is always in the other room.
I mean, I'm probably just gonna be a glizzy again.
It's probably just gonna be another glizzy.
I'm gonna
So.
make that costume worth
Be
buying.
light skinned. Don't let it affect you. I know you looked over.
He bought a. We sat in. What is it? What is it? Spirit.
Yeah.
Diddy.
Yeah.
We
He
sat in
mad
our
at you,
Halloween
see,
store
don't
just
know
for
no
him to
better.
buy a hot dog costume at the end of the day.
I hope all of y'all eat shit.
But can I ask you this though, for real, because I was listening and I was questioning the J Bars, the name and stuff like that. Then I listened to the music video, and I know you got more music than that. Who is your target market? Like, who is the music for?
My target market is mainly for people around my age. Like how can I say this?
You said people around your age. What's your age?
25 and up.
Okay.
I tried to back then when I made that song. I was like, I really didn't know too much about target audience. So I was just like, just trying to just appeal to one certain thing. Like everybody like drill music, but now I'm on some shit where I try to appeal to all angles. Like, you know what I'm saying? The younger generation, the older generation, the females. I try to make something for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can relate. Cause I feel like if you only like in one lane or whatever, it's only but so long you can, you know what I'm saying, keep up in that lane. For real. You see how, you know what I'm saying, how Drake still on top for so long because he
And I'm glad you brought that back up. Homie is done for.
No, we
For real?
Homie's done for.
Why?
I don't know. I think
Why?
he still
You
got
talking about
committed
musically
fans.
or just
He still got committed
He
fans.
just
I'm
dropped
a-
a slapper with Playboy
you
Cardi.
know he dropped a what?
He dropped a slapper.
A slapper.
I ain't heard it.
Stop
Well,
it. When anybody releases 100 gigabytes of music on a Finsta account and you're dropping 3 songs back to back to back to back, so let's just
And I don't like how he's saying 100 gigabytes because he got like 5 songs in there, and then the rest of it just videos of him in the studio or photos of him like from the past.
so
like,
let's announce this shit.
I feel like he's trying to
Drake-
take the edge off of his loss.
Exactly.
He got
Drake is a
obliterated.
meticulous. He's a
Oh, he did.
meticulous
He got
artist.
obliterated. Like, let's be real.
did.
He's a meticulous artist and he understands how to
Yeah.
play the game. He's never faced somebody, i.e.,
Yeah.
Kendrick, that could play the game with him.
Face the Meek Mill and
Now,
all these nobody on his level.
When you have
Yeah.
somebody disrespect you and make a summer anthem and make all
Called
the
him a
memes,
pedophile.
make all the accusations,
Freaky ass
and
nigga, yes.
most of the accusations were correct.
My son loves that song.
Everybody love that song.
It's hard to bounce back. He released it those 3 songs, and one of the top songs out of those 3 was No Face or whatever, right? And the first thing people, if you read the comments, were like, it just don't hit the same. Drake don't hit the same because guess what? You've been dethroned. People don't
feel
believe
like-
the hype.
He knows it's time to release some music because everybody is still talking about him losing. So the
You know-
only way to get people to stop talking is for him to like
I don't
just
know.
release his music. But the way he's doing it, he's trying to leak it to try to see which ones is sticking,
Now-
which ones is not, instead
I
of
know-
just
wait,
dropping
hold
it on
hold
himself.
Before you even
I feel it.
continue, now, just like the last couple months, there's been a few songs from Drake that's went viral that
Which ones?
people have. What's that?
Give me
fucking,
one.
What's that shit?
You talking about the ones outside the beef?
Yeah, outside the beef.
What's
That-
what-
I don't.
Oh,
What-
that Hey There Delilah John?
No, not that shit. Not that.
That
shit.
was
There
one with-
one
that
that
was
The
just-
one with Lotto.
Yeah, that was definitely
That was a troll
trolling.
song.
I can't remember the shit that it just.
You know why you can't? Because it
No,
wasn't
I
relevant.
can't remember the
Lot of
name of the
songs
song.
came and
Nope,
went.
dude, this shit was
it
like
wasn't
all over
relevant.
TikTok
They
for
were throwaways.
weeks.
It was some shit.
Watching a
he was
movie.
not- he
I
was
can't
not
remember
one-
that shit.
Those was
Wasn't a
throwaway
movie.
tracks.
People are already joking me, so I want to make a song.
He
that's
was just
joking
throwing
me.
songs out there.
Exactly, and then I'm gonna.
I think you're just a Drake hater.
No, and
I
then
think
I'm
you're
gonna
just so hateful.
I'm
of
gonna
the
post
fact
it.
I
that
do
he's
feel
so
like people-
successful.
Guess what? I'm gonna give you a perfect example, prime example. Him, right? Lost.
Him.
For instance,
Good.
Tory Lanez in prison. Went through the whole Megan Thee Stallion. Everybody was hating him. Everybody was like, yeah, Megan, da-da-da-da, pro-black woman, protect black women, all that bullshit. Probably has made the best fucking album of this year.
Oh, yeah.
And he did it from
Oh,
prison.
yeah.
If you listen
Yeah.
to the album and you listen to his songs, bro,
Them
he's
songs-
doing it from a
Tory
fucking
doesn't
jail
know
cell,
how
bro.
to. Tory
He dropped a
cannot.
whole-
I just heard that shit.
He dropped
Tory
a
can't
whole,
fail.
The Wish I Never Met You.
No, he dropped
Yeah.
the whole prison
Oh, I gotta
Yeah, it was a
listen, bro.
whole album.
impeccable,
And it was
bro.
crazy. I ain't gonna lie, it was crazy how the song came out too.
Well, you gotta think like
It sounded like he was
some
actually in the
prisons-
studio.
Yeah.
I know that there's
They did
there's
His
some
engineer?
prisons,
Yeah,
and,
they
like
did some crazy
A1.
some prisons and jails and shit like that. They have like they'll get studio equipment for these guys. Like they might have some type of studio setup in
No,
there.
it was over the phone. He acknowledged that it was over the phone.
Exactly, but
Yeah,
you
they
gotta
did some
understand, like,
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
That shit sounded good.
first
did.
one to ever do it, and it actually sounds good. Now, Bobby Shmurda did a feature when he was in prison, and it was okay, and we heard it. Roddy
Yeah, he was
Rebel,
rapping through the phone.
Roddy Rebel, he kind of did it, and it was alright. But this nigga did this shit, mixed and mastered, phenomenal, bro. Sounds like he was already in the booth.
Yeah,
oh
dude.
yeah, that shit sound incredible.
That does
Like
sound
now,
great.
that is a legendary superstar. No matter what comes out of
And
his
he
outcome.
behind bars though. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but how are you saying Drake's not a legendary superstar after everything he's done in the music?
Drake got
Drake is-
exposed, and now that you got exposed, it's hard to.
I mean, in
it's
a
hard
way,
to bounce back from being exposed.
But in a way, didn't Tory Lanez
Didn't get
exposed?
exposed. If we're gonna be
Something
completely
else.
honest with you, Tory Lanez was actually who he is at all times. It seemed like he was a freaking asshole on most occasions.
I mean-
You know, he got a little temper. You know,
Do we
it looked
expect
like
anything
ready
different
to
from
like
Drake
yeah,
at this point?
He ready?
no go.
we
We gonna
expect
sit here and
anything
act like
different
Tory
from Drake
didn't
at
have a
this point?
temper. Like it seemed like he always had some type of assault situation that he was dealing with.
What assault situation besides this one? Which other one?
August
He had
Alsina,
something come on. I can't
it
even
was
remember.
another dude that I think he like just punched in the face. It's like short. They say short men typically have short tempers. So I mean, I don't doubt that. I do not doubt it. Short
When
men
you
have
say
short tempers.
assault, most people think assault between a man and a female. And assault from a man and a man, it's just, it is what it is.
It's still assault,
Is
That's
it really?
assault, brother.
right?
It was a mutual
My
fight.
whole
It's not
point
an assault.
is, I
That
feel
whole
like
Megan
he
Thee
is
Stallion
who he
shit
was.
tricky anyways. I don't
Well,
know.
you know the crazy thing about it? I love Megan. I love you, baby. You thick as hell, fine as hell. Cool.
You
look
won't
like
like
a
I'm not
horse.
gonna
You
lie.
won't. You won't.
But
You're never
You
be
look
on
like
that.
a horse.
But guess
She got
what?
that body
Your friend has fucked up. She did her first interview and she fucked you over, and now
That's
Tory,
the thing.
he getting out.
I honestly feel like Megan was trying to be petty a little bit. It was like, all right, somebody shot me. I know exactly who shot at me.
Who shot you?
I know who did it, but are you really about to ride this one out for her type thing?
How many
And then to
times
find out that he
he
did
took
ride
that
it out.
rap?
He took that for Kelsey.
He took that
And-
rap. Yeah,
and-
he didn't want to be no.
To give y'all a perfect example of how
He didn't wanna
I
snitch.
feel like that situation was, how many times have me, you, Monty, everybody, we've been fucked up in here. We've been fucked up. We didn't cry. We didn't cuss each other out. And then in the morning, we just like, what the fuck?
Oh, this nigga, why he gotta call me out?
But I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
I'm the only person that
And you're
cried.
drunk, you're celebrities, everybody's fucked up, things happen, boom, bada bing, things might have been said, you going off emotion. Most motherfuckers, when they drunk, are going off emotion.
Oh yeah.
That's how that situation went down, bro. And as a man, you're always gonna be given blame. If we're all drunk right now, you start crying, you fell down the stairs and broke your arm or whatever like that, and the cops got called, guess who getting blamed? Me and Monty. Me and Monty are getting blamed. That's just how the law works.
I wouldn't allow
Sitting
that
in
to
here when you
happen.
fell down the stairs, we still
Yeah,
get
you
blamed.
wouldn't allow, but
I wouldn't
another
allow
female, if they
something.
were to lie and say something
for
happened
real,
like
y'all
that,
would go down.
it's
It's
over.
gonna work.
You know how many athletes then lost their careers dealing with these females? They had a one night stand with them or something, and then because they want to give them the money or whatever the case may
Wasn't
be,
it like that?
they say, "Oh, you raped them."
I mean,
That
I ain't
lady
even
from
gonna lie,
OnlyFans
that's-
that killed her boyfriend and accusing that he was assaulting her.
Oh yeah.
The black dude with the white
Yes.
chick. Yeah. And then she, and you know, he just had me emotionally unstable. Now he dead.
They put
Yeah.
the nail
Had an
in the
emotional
man
tantrum.
coffin, but the women, she get caught lying. Don't nothing happen to the woman. I
Oh
never
no,
understood that.
I'm a firm believer that when the woman get caught lying, she does need to be dealt with
Yeah,
with
that-
the same
she doesn't,
severity
you
of a
know
man.
Yeah,
why?
that's the system is
You know
fucked
why?
up.
Because
Yeah.
women get a pity parade. Oh my God, she's a woman. She's vulnerable. Oh my God, nobody's defending her.
No.
Like that's how society fucking works. They look at y'all as fucking little puppies, and that shit is annoying as fuck. It's like y'all
I think it's crazy
women.
that
Society look at women as puppies though, because if we
away
being
with-
honest,
they get away
women
with
can
fucking
be
everything. And then once people see
There's
this
some-
clip,
there's some strong
they're gonna be
women
like,
out here, though.
they're gonna
There's
look
some
at
strong
this
women
clip
out
and
here,
they're gonna be
though.
like, oh, here goes another man. Speaking of women, da 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 da. He da da da.
I don't
They're gonna have
know.
so many fucking phrases, but the guys that actually understand and the women that actually, because there's some smart women that understand this shit. Y'all get the pity. Y'all get the pity, and I do not understand. Y'all can fuck a whole dude's life up, and they be like, well, she did it. She did it for a reason. Hey, I watched this one clip.
Where? What society are you living
I watched this
in?
one clip.
Whoa, look at my brother.
I see.
Shorty
I
fucked
saw.
his
Wait,
whole everything
hold
up.
on. In your brother's situation, I'm not playing. I'm not picking no sides. I still feel like Shorty fucked. She did it in a fucked up way this go round. She should just did it the first time when she did it the right way. However, but we're not about to make it seem like your brother was innocent.
I'm not saying my brother was innocent.
All right,
but still,
people
she,
need to understand. I was just saying this to Ed in the car. People feel as if just because they don't physically attack you or physically harm you, that the emotional trauma that they causing isn't serious. That does mess with people mental sometimes.
I'm sorry you're sensitive and I'm not. Oh,
Yeah.
fucking well.
pretty much.
All right, but if that's the case, if you feel like, oh, I'm sorry that you're sensitive and I'm not, then don't be mad at whatever the repercussion is, because they're sensitive and you're not.
And if it's gonna be a repercussion that's gonna ruin my fucking life,
Yeah.
I might as well add the physical part with it. Fuck it. If it's gonna go that way,
I mean,
might
I-
as well.
Or
know
you
that
could have
now.
just
Man, I ain't
tried
shit
to
I'm not
meet
fucking
that
Dr. Phil. My
person
hair's
on the
not
level.
balding. I'm not trying to understand you. It is what it is. This is life. Either suck it up, buttercup, and move on. And this goes for females and males. I think the society is just y'all sensitive as fuck. Like I'm sorry. I'm just getting tired of it because look.
Speak your mind, brother. Speak your mind.
Glorilla, she had a song, right?
Speak your mind.
Dope ass fucking song. And because she used the word, and y'all gonna hate when I say it, retarded, she fucking fixed the whole
hate
fucking
that?
R word.
She
The
the
R word.
Why did you make that a thing? Like
I don't know.
Like
R word.
white folks wasn't calling black
Glorilla
people
used that in the
niggers
song
and
and they were trying
niggas
to-
for
why you
fucking
use that?
years.
Why you use
But
that?
now using certain words or phrases is a problem. I'm just like, yo, society is a bunch of fucking pansies. You fucking pansies.
No, all right, here's what it is, right? Society is a whole bunch of pansies, but it's also a whole bunch of people like us who like don't give a fuck, right? But the thing is that the platforms cater towards the pansies and all the fucking people who are all
PG
sensitive
rated
and
and
all
shit
that
now.
shit because there's more of them now than the people who just don't really tend to give a fuck. But you also have to understand that a lot of people are just triggered by just random shit that they see on the internet. Like, we might just see something that, like, it happens to me all the time. Y'all see it. I fucking see something and it triggers me, and I'm just like, pissed. It happens with everything, but
do
there's a
y'all
lot of
notice-
people who just find every little thing to be pissed at, and then there's people who are just like not
But
finding it.
why can't I express myself in my own way without having somebody saying that's offensive? Fuck you.
Because
I don't care.
But here's the thing, though.
I said it for a reason.
Baby,
Just understand it from this perspective, though.
The LGBT community.
the alphabets.
They will get mad because it's a certain show out and it's not LGBT character in
Yeah,
there.
like, if you don't have one
now
in there,
you know what I'm
that's a big
saying, you
problem.
don't support them and
Yeah.
they're trying to tear you
You
down.
know what? That kind of offends me a little bit because all it does is remind me of, African American people when they're going, oh, why don't I see any color? Or just minorities
Yeah.
in general. Why
Yeah,
don't
well,
I see
you know,
any
it's-
colors? However, I think the difference is, well, I don't know, because I might be offending somebody right now because they probably like, I was born this way. But you weren't born that way. I was
'em.
born with this color. I was born this way.
Well, I also think that, like, the total like obsession with inclusion in a lot of like media and shit now is starting to backfire. Like for instance, what was the movie that's coming out with the chick who completely ruined it? What was that Disney movie? One of those princess fucking movies that chick, she ended up making it all fucking all about inclusion and the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, right?
Yeah.
Snow White, right?
Yeah.
Right. With the
Yeah.
I can't remember the lead actress's name, but she pretty much changed a whole lot of narrative in the movie opposed to what it originally was, just to try to be more inclusive and fucking all this shit. And it's backfiring because nobody wants to see it. Nobody cares. Y'all don't even know about it. Did y'all know about the Little Mermaid? Wait. Did you know about the Little Mermaid when it came out?
What about it?
Did you want to see it, or were you okay with going to see that?
They made the big
people
thing
didn't like it because they said
Ariel.
it was a black
Ariel's
girl.
black.
Yeah, she's black.
I mean, I personally still loved it. I went and saw it. I thought it was a good movie.
Loved
I
it,
thought
but
it was a great movie.
I loved
personally.
it, but at the same time, she
point being,
wasn't
no,
black in the story.
no, I understand that part, but the point I was saying was that
She
movie
wasn't.
was still
I know,
something that was
but I
being
got something to
desired
say
to
for
see.
that.
All right, let me have a different example. The Lion King. When the Lion King came out with the remake, did y'all not see the Lion King, the new
Yeah.
one?
The live action.
Yeah.
What about it?
Did you hear about it when it came out?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you knew about it, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and pretty much everybody was seeing it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And most people said they enjoyed it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
What was?
There was also not a whole bunch of change in narratives in the script
At all.
in the original what the story was, opposed to the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. There was a lot of changes in narratives and scripts and trying to include.
I get what you're saying. To kind of fit
Yeah.
people's
Right, and people don't want to see
I got
it.
you.
So that's why I was trying to bring up those examples,
Okay.
because
It's
those
just-
were things that people wanted to see, because it wasn't the only big change in Little Mermaid was the mermaid was black.
It's
That
a-
was really the only big change in the movie, to be honest.
It's the same thing with Marvel's going through with Captain America and Brave New World that's supposed to come out.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Anthony Mackie. They're just like, Captain America's not supposed to be black, but if you read comic books, bitch, he was black.
That's
Multiple
like
times.
somebody was
Same
trying to
thing
say something about
happened with
Iron
Miles
Man.
Morales.
Somebody was trying to say something about Iron Man coming out as what's his name? He's
Isn't that
playing
the
Dr.
young
Doom.
girl
Playing
about
Dr. Doom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's the thing. In another universe, Iron Man,
Was-
Dr. Doom turns into Iron Man.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, is that a lot of these fucking like nerds out here who didn't actually go too deep into those novels or I mean those comics to like read and find all this out, they're gonna have shit to say.
See, baby,
because
I'm a
they don't
nerd
even
nerd.
know
Oh,
what's
no,
up.
for real.
He
But
said
that's
I'm a
not
nerd,
me.
nerd.
No, but like a lot of people
I do
also
this
didn't
shit.
know that there was a Black Spider-Man, that there was Miles Morales. A
Yeah.
lot of people didn't know that either. So that when
Well,
they saw a Black Spider-Man, they were like, "Oh, now they're just trying to be all inclusive."
Technically, Anansi, for those that don't know, Anansi was the original Spider-Man, which is from African proverb. So Anansi the spider, y'all look that shit up. Yeah. So boom.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that shit up. 'Cause I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah.
Real
Oh,
nerd.
shit. None of that shit.
Anansi was a storyteller that got a totem through the African proverbs, which is this is beyond Spider-Man, but this is real African proverbs. If you look up Anansi the storyteller, he was known to be a trickster.
Right.
And it's a lot. But if y'all heard the
It was
name,
like
y'all
some
know.
comic shit. It was like in the
No,
this
it's
is
like
real.
African
Oh, this is like
This is
proverb.
a real African proverb. Like, you know how the Africans they have.
Spider-Man.
So
have to
Anansi
read it.
was basically So Spider-Man was an adaptation from Anansi. Like, they were like, okay, cool, this is a great concept. They used it.
Oh,
That's like son of what is it? The monkey. The monkey.
Suwu Gong,
There we go. Yeah.
the Monkey King.
Yeah, the
It's
Monkey
a-
King. That's Goku.
It's based off Goku is based off of Suwu Gong, which is an ancient Chinese deity.
Yeah.
He was a trickster. He was
He always
one of
wanted to
those-
fight. Yeah.
He
big warrior.
completed the 77 seals of immortality. Yeah. Oh yeah, I does that shit. Oh, I do this shit. That's why when I go to Japan, I'm
Everybody
not
to
coming
fact
back.
check every fucking thing.
I'm not coming back.
Okay.
I'm going to
Because
Japan.
if he
I'm
says
not gonna ask you,
anything
you got-
wrong,
got
I'm
your passport.
frying.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if he was on
You
point,
got your password.
I'll acknowledge and be impressed.
You know what I'm saying?
Otherwise,
Oh,
I'm
full fact.
still I'm gonna be like, nah. See, you was crazy, but nah. Anyway, I just totally lost where we were initially at. But Spider-Man, black, white.
Wow.
Oh, inclusion and all that shit. Yeah, I think it's starting to backfire because a lot of people are starting to just kind of be over it too. Like, I mean, me personally, if the show calls for that, do it. If it doesn't, don't. So, like, a perfect example for a show that called for a good gay character, Shameless. Ian Gallagher.
Yes, that was
Ian Gallagher
great.
is my favorite, like world,
That
like
is my
all-time
favorite
favorite
gay
gay
man.
character in any show
You
that
know,
I've
he
ever seen.
played the guy in
you
the
didn't-
Never
Star
seen-
Wars movie.
Never seen
I know,
Shameless?
no, I've watched the whole thing. I watched
With the
even the
game.
British version, so
Yo, me too.
I did too. That's crazy.
Suicide.
So
I didn't even know they had a
see,
British
the
version.
thing
Yeah,
is,
that's
what
where it
I
came from.
what I do
Damn,
not
that's where it
like
came from.
and I do not appreciate is the gay culture kind of forcing its way in,
I don't like.
and it's just like,
I-
hey, we're here, we see you, we knew everybody was like that. You know what I'm saying? We know there were instances of people liking the same sex and stuff like that, which is understandable. But when you change education and when you change religious preferences and when you do certain things like that, it kind of it's just like you're forcing us to respect
Yeah.
your beliefs in society.
That's the thing, though. I
They-
don't feel like it's a gay culture thing that they're trying to push that. I really think that it's higher than them, because if you actually talk to a lot of people that are like, they've lived this life, this is just who they are. They're like, yeah, I don't even associate with the whole alphabet thing. The alphabet thing is like a media presence.
What?
It's like it's a way to I
They
guess
will
make
they will
it.
try to cancel these artists too. That,
Yeah, they
you know what I'm
will.
saying?
Well,
They will.
anybody who opposes it, they're going to try to cancel.
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, they will.
Even us for just saying this, though.
But
gotta be
what?
like-
But that's
what,
the thing.
What necessarily? And that shit bothers me too. What is cancellation? What? How can?
promotion, free promotion.
Yeah.
But see that's the thing. Like when you see like the baby,
Yeah,
the baby when he did his concert
He did
and he
drop.
was just
He said
like he
that
did,
comment.
and he said the
Yeah.
comment, and you have all these brands and canceling and stuff like that.
They was trying to ruin that man's career.
Excuse me, but you see these brands that's just like, oh yeah, we dropped the baby from this, that, and the third, but none of your commercials went for that type of sexuality. None of that pushed that
But they
agenda.
still needed their money. And if
So is it
those
a money?
people
Is it a
turned
money
away-
grab or is it a belief?
Yes,
Because if
that's-
you believe
that's
in
all
it,
It's a
it
money
is.
grab.
So
It's a money
of course
grab.
Yeah,
Bro, you got to think with a big company, right?
They put
So
money in
say
your pocket, so they-
say he had a shoe company, or he had an endorsement from a shoe company, right? This shoe company, they might not solely focus on the LGBTQ community, right? As their demographic. They might not solely focus on them. However, they do know that they do sell a lot of their shoes or products to that community. And they want to try to avoid losing that. So if they have an artist on their roster of endorsements and that artist does something that's going to really tick that community off, of course they're going to want to rid them of that because they don't want to lose that clientele. It might not be their entire clientele, might not be all their business, but it is a good portion of it that they don't want to lose. So of course they're going to get rid of that artist or that entity who's fucking it up or have pissed that community off. They got to cut ties. It's just business, man, at this point.
You know that phrase when everybody was on it and they was like, stand on business? Oh, I'm standing on business. I'm standing on
And
business.
some people do. Look at Elon Musk.
no,
Elon
I-
Musk don't give a
no,
flying fuck.
And I respect
Dana White don't give a
Dana
flying
White.
fuck.
Dana White. What's the brother's name that live in Romania right now?
Andrew Tate?
Andrew Tate, the brothers. Okay, yeah,
The
them.
Tate brothers?
The Tate brothers. Elon Musk, Candace Owens, Charleston
stand her.
White.
Yeah,
I know-
that motherfucker is crazy.
These
yo.
motherfuckers I respect the most because they stand on business. They do not because of fucking dollar.
Yeah.
People are so brainwashed by a dollar that they can't stand on their own beliefs. If you don't fucking like it, you don't like it. I kid you not, bro. I kid you not. I went to an all-white school. I've been to places where they've been naive and they just say shit about black people and shit like that. Cool. You stand on that shit. You stand on it. You don't like our culture. You don't like our people. Stand on that shit. Now, if you want to understand it, cool. Like if you want to get to know and get to know something out of your own beliefs, then cool. But yo, I hate these companies and I hate the whole cancel culture because 9 times out of 10 of y'all, bro, it's fucking bandwagons. Y'all are just coattailing off the next person because you can't stand on your own beliefs. Y'all are cowards. I don't like anybody that, oh, well, this is right. Like, even the...
Yeah,
the-
but some
the-
people just truly believe that, though. Like, just because they don't agree with what you agree with doesn't mean that they're fake. That just could be what they believe.
I'm talking about the switch up. I don't, you know,
No, I get
me.
that.
I don't
No,
do
I
switch
get
up.
that. I get that.
You
I
don't
get
switch
that.
up on me.
I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
I get
like,
that.
even the Demore shit. Like, when we was talking about Demore.
wherever
And
that came from,
Guess
fuck
what?
you.
Guess what?
Like,
Guess what?
fuck.
Hate that
There was
fucking word.
hold on. There was a
'Cause there's so much
transgender.
misuse.
No.
of the word.
There was a transgender
I know
man
where it came
that
from.
did that,
It's-
right? But then I did deeper research because I felt stupid when I was like, "Oh, yeah, this
You really
means this.
thought that it was a
Yeah,
girl
I thought it was a
getting
negative
train ran
term,
on
right? So I looked it up, bro. I went back. I did a whole week's of work. You
Can
know
we
when
talk about
you
this?
know when that word was first used in like a public setting or a moving setting, and everybody's seen this movie, Mulan.
Uh-huh.
Mulan, in that scene where she's in the camp and she's like putting the rice and organizing the rice.
Yeah, they're trying to
That's
teach.
fine.
They were trying to teach her
Calm.
That person.
I am respectful. I'm lovely. I'm demure.
Yes.
Demure, whatever you want to say it. And I was looking at this shit. Mulan came out in what, 1994, 93?
Something like
I
that,
don't
yeah, in
know.
the 90s,
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
pretty sure.
So the
First
word's
movie-
already
Oh,
been
young as
here.
hell when
It's
that
just somebody
shit
brung it up.
But that's what happens with all this shit, dude.
Yeah, a lot of
it's
this
already
shit, they
been
think
there.
they
It's just
made
people
somebody
just
to
bring
make
it up.
it. No, this shit came from
Everything is
Everything is just
recycled.
recycled. Yeah. So
Everything
here's
is
what
recycled.
probably happened, right? The dude,
No, he's
transgender, right?
she
Girl,
bitch.
She
She
okay.
man, she nigga,
All right, so
whatever. the fuck.
she probably
Fuck 'em.
saw Mulan, probably saw that word somewhere, and then just chose to repeat it on a
crazy.
video, which then
Or-
went viral. So now everybody else is just, I'm demure.
Some people
There's
actually.
another word that's pissing me off.
Some
that we're
people
gonna
like
talk about here
me.
in a
This
second.
might sound weird. Every now and then, I'll have like a vocabulary app that might send me a random word of the day. That could have very well been a random word of the day for somebody, and they were like,
Could've been.
"Oh yeah, this is perfect." Demure.
Well, I'm saying,
But how do you
that person saw the word
monetize off
somewhere.
that? Like you said, you read about it, right?
that
Oh my
TikTok
God,
shit.
I lost the perfect opportunity to monetize and copyright the word. How do you copyright a word that's
That
been out
already
here
exists.
for over 60
Not-
fucking
wait,
years?
Hold on. Whoa, stop. Whoa, slow down. It's not the word, it's the phrase. So
What's the
for
phrase?
instance, The Rock. This is the only example I can think of right now.
Can you
He
smell?
has copywritten or trademarked The Rock, the name. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? If you smell all that shit is trademarked.
'Cause
So
he
if
made it
anybody
But
Jabroni.
who is gonna trademark what? They were gonna
So point
trademark a
being,
Mulan
so that person-
phrase.
No. It's how you say it. The catchphrase in itself. It's not just the word. It's the catchphrase. It's how it's said. It's different. It's like it's not just the word. So if that person said it in a certain way that other people are now copying and saying it that way, they can copyright that. They can trademark that, and then they can make it money
If that's
off of that.
if that's the case, our society is a fucking joke.
I mean, this is how
That
it's
shit been a
bro.
joke.
Thank
That
you.
shit been a
I know,
fucking joke.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but like, what was it? Lil Jon was at the fucking congressional whatever the fuck the other day to
DNC?
introduce Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
This is where we're at, bro.
I ain't gonna
This
lie
is
to
where
you.
we're at.
I'm
bro.
not gonna lie to you. I watched it and I was just like, Shorty learned from her mistakes by bringing Quavo and Megan Thee Stallion when she brung out what's his name, the Jackson dude, what's his name was it? The activist, because you know he tried to run for presidency a long time ago, and I'm sorry, I'm butchering the name right now, but it was one of the Jacksons, not like the Jackson 5s or whatever, but you know what I'm talking about. She brung him out. Then she brung one of the guys that went through that New York, the Boston, Massachusetts, or whatever. The five little boys
Yeah,
that were getting
yeah.
accused of the rape and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he came out and he was just like, yeah, Donald Trump wanted to see me arrested. She's bringing, and then she can't bring Kerry Washington, and she's bringing out heavy black hitters. Like she's trying to pull that black card so much where she was like, yeah, I'm gonna
I'm
bring him.
sorry, it's an insult for her to pull the black card now. If the black card wasn't important when you was running for senator, but it's important when you're running for
It's
president.
important now because a lot of people are feeding into the narrative that she's
That's my
black. And
point.
the problem is that a lot of people who are black are voting for her simply because
She's black.
Yes, but that's the point, and that's why it's like it kind of
whole
makes me
goddamn
feel like,
election is stupid.
are the citizens not insulted at all? Like, do they not feel that? Damn, they really think we fucking dumb.
I mean, they are. for the
Yeah,
most
they
part.
noting them. That's why they
The
pandering to
people
the
are
dumb
fucking
motherfuckers. Because
dumb.
dumb
That's
motherfuckers
the
gonna.
problem is
But-
that we are and we fall for everything. We are literally just slaves to their games. That's all it is. We're all
You
just
heard
pawns in their
Jill
games.
Scott's national anthem?
Yeah, but see, but what
Donald
scares
Trump
me?
claim he's trying to get Young Thug free
She
off that
said-
Rico.
But see,
Jill
that
Scott
shit, they
said,
just-
"This is not the land of the free, but
This
the
is what we're
home of the
focused on.
slave."
but what scares me is like politic wise.
That's
Say she does win, and even if she does win, you know what I'm saying? You know, it comes with a pro and a con. Yes, we have a multicultural person in office. Then the first woman president in history. So it's breaking boundaries, which I respect. I'm not gonna come up here and say I don't respect her. I would love to see it, but when you're going against other countries and you're going into these conversations and these agreements and policy wars, where most countries don't believe a woman should be in
Exactly.
power.
They're not gonna respect her.
That's
How do you
people
stop
say.
these motherfuckers and be like, we finna come over your shit?
And bomb you.
We I
going to
don't think
war.
she. I don't think she's ready for
We're
that.
going to war.
Hold up. Well, one, it's not that simple for a country to just go and simply just bomb.
Why is it
Because
not?
There's one, we're part of NATO, so there's going to be a whole domino effect of things that are going to happen if that were to happen. One.
Okay.
Two, I can understand what you're saying as far as there are a lot of countries who don't seem to have that respect. However, there are countries who do. You got to think that England has a queen who runs the country.
No,
Am
we
I
don't.
wrong?
She did.
I'm
is
sorry, had
dead,
a queen.
dead.
All right, I'm sorry, had a queen for a very long time who ran the country, right?
We got
Yeah.
her old ass son right now. He about to die too.
He
All right,
is.
That's
but that's
crazy.
not the point. The point is that we've had queen leadership throughout the world plenty of times,
And we
so
left
it's not
them.
going to be.
Yeah, and we see
anything
what that
different.
turned out to be.
We left them. Keep
I don't
going.
even remember how she died.
Old age.
She supposedly it was just old age.
I'm saying like, okay, so how can we protect ourselves? Because Putin already said. Putin already was like, look, that bitch get in office, thou ass is mine. Basically, you understand. Kim
Yeah.
Jong-un, he don't even fuck with bitches over
They're not
there.
finna take her seriously.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
if we have
This
a
nigga-
woman president.
We
they're not gonna
do
respect America anymore.
we do the New York parade and we show Snoopy and we show Goku and we do all that. Them niggas do nuclear parades. Look at this missile we just built. Like, and like I said, and I'm sorry to say this, women out there, and I don't want y'all to think I'm sexist, but how's a woman based off emotion, because they think off emotion, gonna deal with a motherfucker to be like, hey, little bitch, I'll tell you what, I don't like you. I ain't gotta like you. And if you do something that I don't fucking like, for real, I'm gonna show you something.
I hate the fact that that people always go to women who are always based off of emotion.
Y'all
Because
are.
hold on, pause. Because yes, we may have the fluctuation in hormones that can make it harder for us to regulate our emotions, but that doesn't mean that we're always operating within our emotion. Men operate in their emotion more times than they know.
What's
Simply
stopping her
they're-
from getting stressed on her period and pushing the red button?
Congress,
Wow, I cannot
her
believe
party,
you.
her
He
vice
said,
president.
"I'm not trying to be sexist," and then say the most sexist shit under the fucking
That was
sun.
crazy.
Hey, they gonna see
Like-
you beside me. So
I mean, I don't know. I feel like
Hey, he did.
Right? He was like, "That was all him."
Put the arrow on him.
Right?
I feel like at this point,
Not with the pinky.
at this point, it shouldn't. Me, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter if you're a man or a woman, if you're white or black. It doesn't really matter skin, age, sex, whatever. Are you qualified to do the job? That's all I personally care about. Are you qualified to like make the right decisions to do what a president is supposed to do, or are you unqualified and you're looking at it? Are you looking at enhancing and increasing the economy? Are you looking at trying to stop homelessness, feeding people, like lowering groceries, taxes, all of that shit? Or are you looking to better life for yourself and the people around you and you yourself only? That's what I'm looking for in a president. At this point, I don't trust either one of them. Donald Trump, he just talks a lot. He talks a lot, and a lot of people feed into his bullshit because he's good at talking. Me personally, I see right through a lot of that shit. When you have no answers for anything but just responses that have absolutely nothing to do, and then when somebody asks you a tough question that you don't like, you berate them and you just treat them like they're garbage and dumb simply because they asked you a question that you don't like. Fuck that.
Did you see what Kennedy did, right? The third party. You
What?
see what he did, right?
He resigned, didn't he? Or he like, dropped
I'm
out?
endorsing. What did he say? Trump.
Did he?
He said, "I'm not giving up on the presidency. nigga, you old as shit. You seen what they did to Biden. You know you 65. You know, okay, let's go 4 years from now. You be 69. You be in your 70s. So I'm not resigning, but I'm going to endorse Donald Trump.
Ain't Donald Trump old? I mean, isn't
Donald
Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are the same age?
Oh, they
Basically.
are?
Yeah.
So with that being
No, they
said,
are. Like,
all
basically
jokes
they
aside,
Oh, motherfucker.
like all jokes aside, for real, it's 4 of us right here. You know what I'm saying? Let's say we all voted right now. Who would you go for between the two?
Do I gotta vote?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
you
not
don't have
voting.
to, but you'll just be part of the problem.
I'd be part of the problem. I'd be part of
don't
the
even know who the
problem if
fuck
I
to vote for,
voted
man.
or if
I
I
don't like neither of
didn't.
these
Either way, it's a fucking problem.
Hey, look.
I don't know who to vote.
Either or. Pick one right
Don't
now.
tell me Wolf. Come on.
Pick
cause-
one right
Alright,
now.
so
cause
let
she
me
got
tell
my
you
skin
something.
color or whatever.
No, I'm not. Yeah. All right. So
She's trying to explain, nigga. You just a ballot. Either you put X or
when
you
I
don't.
know, listen, because one thing that I do think about frequently is that the fact the United States of America is a corporation. And who do I think is best to run a business? Trump. I feel like for the economy, Trump might be a better idea. However, I just feel as if he has too much BS that comes with him. The people that follow him, the the racists and shit like that. It's like too many people feel welcome to do, like, too comfortable to do shit when Trump is in office. But I feel like that's the same case with black people to an extent. They feel too comfortable to do shit when Obama was in office.
Well, I mean,
what the fuck did we do?
I don't know. I might be overreaching with that one.
Everybody winning.
Might be definitely reaching.
typical.
So I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm the booth administrator. You got fucking 2 minutes, 5 minutes to decide your answer.
Oh, pause.
Tell me what you want.
It's not necessarily reach, because I just thought about that. Black people do feel more comfortable when they have a black president in opposition to having the president like somebody that they feel like is racist. So they do feel
yeah.
more comfortable in the country.
That's why I feel like that's why a lot of black people in the country want Kamala in office. Because
Exactly.
they just want
It's a
colored
comfortability.
person
Well,
back into office
tell
because
you
they
like
feel
this.
like, oh well, I'll have a better opportunity with a black person because they're not going to discriminate against my skin color. When you also got to understand that these
They
black people
discriminate
or this
across
black
the board.
president, they're not the ones making these laws. They are endorsing.
Everything I go through.
They're
Congress.
just enforcing.
They're
That's all
enforcing
they
these
do.
laws. They're signing a paper of laws that were made and put in front of them.
They're reading it and saying, okay,
They may
yeah.
come up with some policies, but they're not coming up with them by themselves. They're
Bro,
coming up
but
with them with
That
a group
is
of
a red
motherfuckers.
flag to give
What is-
him. I mean,
can't
and that's
see
the
screen.
thing.
I'm glad.
Oh, it says Trump is trying to give all police immunity. So no, not Trump. See, it's a lot that I've read that
I
went
did
into
actually
that.
see that.
Yeah.
Project 25 shit.
Yeah, I
I
felt
read
like
all that
trying to
shit.
give cops a hell of a lot more power.
But what I
and that
was
shit
reading,
is
it was more so
scary.
of a lot of
How
the
much more power
was
do you
within the
need? You
state.
already shooting
So it's like
everybody
the
and all
state
types of
is the
shit.
really who has the power to punish. But it's like
I'm sorry, bro. I see that shit right there. The police brutality and all that shit, bro. I'm sorry. As a black man, I've probably been pulled over. I've got reckless driving. I ain't got a DUI, but I've had paraphernalia, whatever you want to call it. I've had weapons in the car, and this goes from Virginia and North Carolina. I've had so many instances where a cop could do wrong, and I've never had it because guess what? Yes, sir. No,
Cooperate.
sir.
Yeah.
You cooperate.
That's
Y'all
the
niggas want to.
fucking
Y'all niggas want to
problem.
be
Act
the boss
stupid.
out of
See,
everything.
This is
Yeah.
what
It
everybody.
It don't work.
This is what happens, right? It's like because I've seen white people who decided they didn't want to cooperate. I've seen black people who decided they didn't want to cooperate. But I've also seen both colors cooperate, and I've also had plenty of encounters. When I had my DUI, it was a white cop. He could have probably thought I was
white.
darker than what I was, and I cooperated, and I didn't go to jail.
How
I
many?
could've.
How
I
many
didn't.
times? And it's not just cops. Out of any career, any job that's out there, when you give the motherfucker a hard time, do they not become an asshole? You can go to the DMV, you give them attitude, you gonna be in that
I
bitch
will
for 6
say
hours.
this. I
You
will
can be in
say,
the grocery
though,
store, give them
there has-
attitude, you
there-
gonna be in there for a couple hours.
be-
I
But like
will
the
say
video
though, there
all the
has
time.
been
Killing them.
there has been instances.
Just because.
there has been instances like that I've even dealt with a cop that he was just an asshole. Like I've seen instances where cops just kind of come up to you and they're just an asshole off the bat. They're already in a shitty mood, so they just treat you like dirt. And then if you try to react in any way, shape, or form, they're just gonna abuse their power immediately. I've seen that happen.
Because imagine, okay, I'm not defending cops.
I think there should be a fucking right to be able to fight a cop if he's trying to fight you.
I'm not defending them, but
Equal
at
right.
the same time, imagine
Beat my
waking
ass,
up.
you take me to jail. I beat your ass. I'm going home.
And imagine waking up.
Wow.
Hold on. Imagine waking up, bro, and you're just like, yo, I'm gonna protect this country. I want to serve this country. I want to help this community.
Is it the country or just that jurisdiction?
No, just in general, bro. Like, imagine doing a job. Cause would you be a cop? Okay, then.
He was thinking about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I really gotta think about
Okay,
that. Would I
then.
be a cop? I kind of look. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wanted to be a detective so bad in my lifetime. I really did.
But for
Thought it was Law and Order.
Yeah.
I don't know why I asked you because you be going into the fucking tunnel. Anyways, any
You asked
fucking
the
ways.
wrong person.
Imagine somebody
take that too.
wanting to be one thing. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people out there that just want to be hateful and spiteful. But bro, most of these people, bro, they just want to do their job and they want to do it correctly. Especially if that's the job they choose. It ain't like picking a job at McDonald's or Dollar Tree for just a paycheck. These people chose to protect and serve. Most of them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But so imagine you trying to do your job and everybody you get to got an attitude because they think they're in the right. Most niggas, most motherfuckers that get pulled over are in the wrong. And they don't want to admit it.
That's
There's
my
no
problem.
accountability.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree that like a lot of the times of like that situations
And
happen, it's
speeding,
because
doing dumb
people
shit.
are trying to do dumb shit or
Yeah.
like they're trying to fucking resist and this, that, and the other. If you just cooperate, you remain respectful, you don't try to mouth off to the cop, like, because I know that especially if you're dealing with an asshole cop, the last thing you want to do is try to piss him off even more. Just simple, yes sir, no sir, kill him with kindness. He can't do anything to you because anything that he's gonna do to you from this point on, he can get in trouble for it. But if you provoke him, now it's a different story, and he can
what
beat
I'm
the fuck
saying,
out
bro.
of you.
They don't get in
He'll
enough
probably-
trouble
I got
though.
more- I got
the
more
trouble ain't
People
But there's like-
get
just
drunk
like the
off of
situation-
Power does it every time.
Look
in
at the
police
recent
position
situation
or
that
citizen.
happened with the lady who got killed in her kitchen from the cops.
Oh yeah.
Who came in and she just had like a pot of hot water or whatever. The cop ended up killing her for no reason. That was an abuse of power. And then he didn't
Yeah.
want to try to do anything to help her after the fact. He was
His
just like, nah,
excuse was
dead.
she was about to throw hot
was about
water
to-
on
No,
me.
They always got-
hold on. His exact
had-
phrase was, "That's a crazy bitch." That's what he said. So
You said that?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
everything was on the camera. Yeah, like
Yeah.
So there's cops like that out there, but it's not every cop. Like I have also met good cops in my lifetime where they were just getting genuinely good
But
people,
that's
you
the
know,
thing,
and they just
too.
want to
That's
protect
it. Makes
and
it
serve.
hard on a lot of them because a lot of them are actually really out here trying to do their job
But
and
a
make sure
lot,
people
a
safe.
lot of these bad cops be already having a rap sheet
going on,
that
Jetfield?
departments be trying to keep under wraps because they don't want to
Yeah,
get that
but-
out.
but it
Oh,
goes
I don't
with-
want to ruin this man's
but it
Punishment
goes-
ain't severe enough for them to even
exactly.
fear, like, so they gonna
But-
keep doing it because it's like you're not gonna do shit to me, but slap me on my wrist and tell me go home for a few days.
Yeah,
And that, you know,
But what I want people to understand, it comes with every career. There's bad teachers.
Yeah.
There's bad.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
bad social
Yes.
workers.
Oh, yeah.
There's bad
This is my
doctors.
point.
It's based
Fuck
off
my
the
sixth grade
person. That's
teacher.
personality. It's like you flipping a coin, bro. You might walk into a doctor's office. You might get a good doctor.
You might get a shitty doctor,
Or
that
you
wanna
might
drug
get a
you.
shitty doctor. And yeah, we want them to be perfect. But guess what? The world's not perfect.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I put it like this. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put it like this.
That would fall into that same category, Jeff Fuel, as the cop who fucking killed that girl in her apartment. Those type of cops. Those are asshole cops. Not every cop
Yeah.
is gonna do that.
those ones
However,
feel like they
this
can get
is-
away with
However, I
anything.
do want to say though that it is just like, for me personally, it's common that I see specific cars doing specific things, or specific people who I know what they be doing in the streets, type
Yeah.
of shit, driving certain types of cars. So I can kind of understand, I guess, in a way, why cops profile certain types of cars. Because typically those are the types of people. Now that's not all the time
It's
the case,
still
and
not
that's
right
not
to
right to
profile.
do. It's not right at all.
Profiling is wrong.
It is
all
completely.
around.
It is completely
Unless
wrong.
you got a profile off of a ABP.
It
that
is
you're trying to
completely
go
wrong.
Off of.
I've
But,
been
like-
pulled. And for anybody in the comments
Ain't
that
it
have
APP?
a problem with what I just said, bro, I've been pulled over. Then everybody in this room, I fucking guarantee it, bro. and I've never had an issue.
Yeah.
And this comes from multiple states: Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia,
Boy, stop
West
getting
Virginia.
pulled over.
Huh?
Stop getting pulled over.
I'm just saying, bro. I've never had a problem where a cop be like, "Get out the car, motherfucker." Like, I've never had that.
That's the thing. I feel like this whole social media situation with cameras coming out every time something go wrong type situation. I feel like it gives a lot of people more pride and ego to the point where they want to act a fool because if something happened on this camera, I got on camera that you did this to me.
Yeah, but you
people don't feel like that.
shit ain't
Them
gonna
being
you gotta understand if
prideful
the camera is showing proof that you provoked it.
Thank you. It's
Then what's
people
gonna
don't-
happen?
People don't be
Nothing.
saying that
You're
they
gonna still go to
operating
jail.
in pride and power, like ego. They don't see that. A lot of people don't even realize that they have an issue with authority. Like,
See,
bro.
me personally, me knowing that I'm gonna be on a camera, I'm gonna be on my absolute best behavior. So where if that cop was being an asshole, being a dickhead, and I killed him with kindness, I have absolutely nothing that I did wrong, and they're gonna be at fault for anything that goes wrong at this stop at this point on, because on camera it is showing I did absolutely nothing wrong besides follow what you told me to do and was respectful the whole time. The second I get an attitude, the second I cuss at you, I get snippy, I bark back, I do anything, that's it.
But you see, with this conversation that we're having right now, once this is clipped out and it's put on social media, we're gonna be looked at as the tokens or as you know what I'm saying? But that's just
They
because
can
people
all suck a
because people are
Bernie Mac
sensitive.
say, "Fuck them."
You know what I'm saying? People,
Be yourself.
You don't understand what the people went through, and bro, I'm already ready for y'all, bro, because y'all make so many excuses out of y'all's lives, bro. It's fucking sickening.
Don't make me.
It gets old after a while. It's like, bro, when are you gonna take accountability for yourself? Your life.
That should be the word trending around is accountability.
No.
A lot of people don't have accountability.
But that's the reason why the word
Everybody got
accountability.
excuses, blaming everybody for their problems and shit like that. Blame your fucking self. Relationships, all that shit. It didn't work out. Why you think all these niggas and all these bitches is the problem? You are the problem.
Yeah.
And they can't, and they
That's it
get
most of the time.
and they don't
No, it
even
is.
notice
You are
they're
the problem, bro.
But that's the thing, and I this is again playing devil's advocate. Sometimes it's hard as fuck for people to sit with them knowing that they are the problem.
Yeah.
It is hard to sit with that shit and know, damn, that was all me. Some people got too much pride to
They
bite
do.
that bullet and be like, you know what, I was
why,
wrong.
why though?
And I don't know.
But
You
that's
say
the-
devil's advocate, but why?
Because
bro.
I know that there's people out there like that. I don't
There's some
understand
people
why
that
they
don't
operate
think
that way.
that anything is wrong with them. Like,
Yeah.
they swear they perfect. They swear this shit don't stink. They swear, you know what I'm saying? They lose somebody. Oh, I was the
It was
prize.
them.
I was the catch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was your
It's
problem.
just like any person who keeps dating the same
Look
type
in
of
the
people
mirror.
over and over and over and keep ending up with the same result over and over and over, and they want to blame everybody else when really it's them. It's them continuously putting themselves into the same situation with the same types of people who are doing the same types of shit. Like if you keep dealing with somebody who's selling weed, right? You deal with one dude, he's selling weed, right? That shit don't work out. So you go to another dude who sells weed. And then another dude who sells weed. It all keeps
I
ending
don't
up
know.
in the
They
same.
might all have different mindsets, just similar professions.
I'm just giving an example here.
I'm just joking, I'm sorry.
We talked about that shit in the car though. We
What?
talked about it in the car. Your life is like it's a movie or a video game.
Oh yeah.
Every choice you make is your own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Every choice affects you.
Now some things are dictated, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like some things you can't control, but at the same time, every choice in your life is like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can determine what you want to do. Like all of us got jobs right now. We can go leave this podcast right now and be like, I'm not going to work for the rest of the week. Then what happens with that? Your bills is late.
Yeah, you don't
Might not have a job.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think people need to take up accountability and ownership. Like this is your life.
Yeah.
You might live 50 years, you might live 40, you might live 30. It's up to you. Now, for those certain instances where that's my list is coming out, but there's certain situations where you can't control it, where a motherfucker might wake up. I put it like this: Monty might wake up and tomorrow and be like, "I'm gonna shoot up a Walmart." Another motherfucker.
Out of all things, he gonna say that.
Well, I'm just saying, and a motherfucker might.
That's not happening.
I'm just saying, but that's how reality works. You might be like, I just need to buy a pack of T-shirts. He might be on that other type of shit. Can you avoid that? No.
No, you can't avoid it. Yeah, because they already made their mind up.
Now that you can't control, but other things
you can't control.
Like you being ignorant when it comes to law or it comes to anything else that really could affect your life, that's on you. Like you know
being broke, that's on you.
You
go
drink,
get it. It's plenty of ways to make money. Go get some.
You drinking and driving, you stealing, you killing. That's on you.
Wonder why you fucking 40. You know what I'm saying?
Things that you know are wrong is on you.
I was just having this like pretty much same conversation with my mom the other day of like, because I was talking to her about like just things I've been thinking about going through and shit like that, and I was just like, there's things that I haven't done. But I take full responsibility because I decided not to do them when I could have.
Easily.
Damn well easily went and did these certain things, or I could have stayed consistent doing this thing, or I could have, But like I put myself into my own situations, and just like everybody does, we put ourselves into our own situations based off of the choices we decide to choose. Like if I really wanted to be super rich and famous, if I really dedicated my time, efforts, everything in my life to doing that, I could do it. But I haven't done that. Any of us could. You know what I mean? And that's something that it goes deep. Like, it goes mad deep. Because, like, a lot of people really don't think about that type of shit. Like, I feel like a lot of us don't really, like, sit down and think, like, like, life is really every single second of our life we're choosing.
I don't know, because we were just talking about this.
You wearing that shirt, no, you not an anime head, was a choice. Was it a bad choice? Yes. It was a bad choice. And you shouldn't have done it. Shame on you, motherfucker.
I don't care about the anime. I'm just saying,
I do.
God dang, friend. It could have been
petty,
a little bit
but
bigger.
I won't be petty today.
You shouldn't have done it.
I won't be petty today. I'm gonna let it fly. I'm gonna let it fly. You know why I'm gonna let it fly today?
Why you gonna let it fly?
And cuffed because the police.
Why you gonna let it fly?
Because I really don't know a damn thing about anime.
Wait a minute. Is that what? Wait.
I can't see the screen.
It says, let's talk about how you and your brothers got pulled over, yanked out of the police cars, handcuffed because the police thought y'all robbed someone at a bar.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that.
Who said that?
Probably one of my
I
people
think
said
that's
that.
your
But yeah, that's
Candy
a story
Wallace.
happened.
Ain't that your mom?
Yeah.
Candy Wallace?
Yeah, we can talk
Hello,
about that.
Miss Mama J. Bars.
Hey, Mama J. Bars. Hey,
Mom,
girl.
I made it.
Hey, Mama
But,
J. Bars.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Your mom tunes in too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of our moms.
Shout
out to moms.
My mom
yeah,
doesn't
My
get on
mama tunes
Facebook.
in too.
But yeah, so
She doesn't do
basically,
social media. I'm sorry.
how that story came is really crazy. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I really, when it first happened, I felt some type of way, but now it's like I really don't feel no type of way because we were coming back from shooting a music video or whatever, and I was in the car with my youngest cousin. I mean, my two cousins or whatever. They both younger than me. So we pull up at my mom's friend house or whatever because my cousin had to get the key so I could take them home and they get in the house or whatever. So we all live in the same neighborhood. He go in to get the key or whatever. So I'm in there with my youngest cousin. My youngest cousin like 15. You know what I'm saying? So we sit in the car or whatever, and like we looking down the street, we just chilling, you know what I'm saying, just talking. And we see cops coming back and forth through the street or whatever. So we just like, my little cousin, you know how little kids be, they get imagination, they just talking like, yo, what if the cops pull up on us or whatever. I'm like, I don't even know how you said that, but I'm like, we ain't did nothing, so we cool or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So little do you know, the cops double back, come down the street or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And we're like, damn, somebody must did something on the street or whatever. So we just chilling. Next thing you know, they come down the street. Put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up. So we just sitting there, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to stay calm, you know what I'm saying? My youngest cousin in the back seat or whatever. They make him get out the car, put him on the ground, put the gun in his face or whatever. And I'm just sitting there like, just calm, like my hands up, you know what I'm saying? Because I know if I make one move, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already got a gun drawn in my face. I already seen situation like that. So I'm trying to stay calm. And they just like, you know what I'm saying, like y'all just coming from a bar. I'm like, nah, we just came from, you know what I'm saying, shooting a music video or whatever. They like, well, we got complaints about somebody trying to rob a bar or whatever, and the car fit your description or whatever. I'm like, I don't know what happened with that or whatever, but I'm like, we were nowhere near no bar or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? The two cousins I got in the car ain't even old enough to drink, so what the hell am I gonna do with them in the bar? You know what I'm saying?
Really.
So I'm just like, yeah. So I was just like, just sitting there, just calm, whatever. But like, literally inside my head, I'm panicking. But I'm like, I gotta stay calm because he's my young cousin, whatever. So my other cousin come out the car, out the house, whatever, and get the key. And they already got my little cousin on the ground. Then they grabbed me out the car. They took him too, and they had us handcuffed for like 20 minutes. And then went and searched my car, ran my license or whatever, and then realized we weren't who they were looking for, so they let us go, whatever. So I was just like, that whole shit was like, just crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because
So-
they didn't ask questions. Like,
So my next question would be, if you understand the law and you understand your rights, did you
sue?
Did you file a civil suit against that police
Because
department?
you should have sued.
yeah, my aunt was. I haven't followed up with her on that, but he definitely was trying to.
Yeah.
See, it's not
First
see,
thing that
hold
went
on.
through my home.
So right then and there,
Cha-ching.
there is no trying, there is
Yeah,
no
you're right.
attempting. It's either you gonna do it or you not.
Yeah.
That situation was traumatic to both your little cousins and yourself, and the fact that the law didn't handle the situation the way it was supposed to be held.
Yeah,
That lawsuit might not have went nowhere though.
So with
Yeah,
that
I
being,
don't
that's
think-
what they were.
Nah,
Because
I
you got to
don't-
think about it. If the car fit the description and they were talking about a robbery, was this an armed robbery? If it was
Okay.
an armed
Yeah,
robbery,
so
Okay.
you
They
gotta
never
think that
going
they
down
were
to
just
us either. They
in
just
their
said
mind.
it was
in-
like
and
a
I
whole
th-
dispute outside of the bar. Whatever.
okay,
I
but
think in the
that's
court's mind, bro,
yeah.
it's gonna go along the ways if they were trying to follow protocol, they were doing their job.
yeah.
okay.
Nobody
but,
got hurt.
But
And-
the protocol, your protocol, what you thinking? Okay, that's cool. But guess what? My cousins fear for their life. They now do not trust law. I do not trust law. You could have ran it that way. That is why I tell people, hey, look, you got to understand your laws. You got to understand your rights, and you got to understand how to fully pursue it.
But that's my
Don't
question.
try it.
If it was
do
an
it.
armed robbery, was it an armed or unarmed robbery?
It doesn't fucking matter.
No,
what-
it does matter. If it was an armed robbery, the police officers have no choice but to think that these people are currently armed. and
I
dangerous.
could see that.
Okay,
Yeah, they probably
that's-
came.
that's-
Yeah, but
that's fine.
Yeah.
But by you doing that to a civilian that was innocent,
Yes, that's the point. They messed up. It was a civilian.
I would have.
No, you think you would have
it
been.
ain't too late.
You
man.
think
I
you would have been
would've got you late.
successful
It
as a
ain't too late.
lawyer, but just because you're loud doesn't mean that you were gonna win.
It's not about being loud. It's about you using a different
the
situation.
law, baby.
Okay.
They were abiding by protocol. If it is an armed robbery, they have all right and all justice to pull up with guns because they have the assumption that
Okay.
you are armed.
Okay, and guess what? You were wrong. You assumed. So now I'm gonna use. I was in fearful for my life because
And
that's
it's not
also-
going to get anywhere
Yeah.
because
How do you
the
know?
car fit the description
Yeah, and
of
I
an
gotta
armed
agree with that.
robbery.
How do you know? Unless you go full attempt for it.
I'm not about to
Don't you
keep
have
going back and
because
forth
you
with
have
you.
to, you also have to pay for all this, right? So
Yeah, that's why they
unless you
swept
have
it
like
under the rug.
unless
It's
you have
sad, but it's true.
100% certainty that you're gonna win this case, why? Because you're just gonna lose a bunch of money just to lose a case and get nothing
because
from it.
see, if you're just thinking about the bread,
But Ed, you're looking at it from a perspective of,
I was
so afraid for
traumatized,
my
and
life.
yes.
The court don't give two fucks about that shit, bro.
Exactly.
They
It's
don't care about
unfortunate.
that,
But
bro.
if
It's
you-
unfortunate.
If you go to the right, if you go,
Hey, fucking drop it, bro. Just move on to the
Not
next,
even
'cause
if you go to the right lawyer,
see,
you're
right
not
there,
going to
you
get nothing off of
dropping, you
that.
dropping everything. You're literally giving up. That's what he just did. His people gave up.
Sir, this is my question. What, do you know if it was an armed robbery?
I'm not 100% sure. They
Okay,
said it was
then.
a
Oh,
robbery,
if it
but-
wasn't
if
armed,
it
then
was-
you
if
need
it
to do
was-
My
it.
nigga, like if you
If it
don't
were
know,
armed,
yeah, they probably
you
came down
just
thinking like, you know
You
what I'm saying?
don't know either, bro. So what are we
I'm not
screaming
100%
about
sure
right
they
now?
They
This
just,
is
I knew
so
the
you're
robbery
just
wasn't armed, yeah.
assuming about the situation.
And so are you. You don't know what those cops were thinking
Neither
going
of
through
us
that.
were there. This
But
is all
the
off of
fact
assumption.
that the fact that he had a firearm, that what you just said, right? You said if I move, I know what happens in that situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could have lost your life. Tetrified. I got two.
I ain't
people-
even tell you.
Tetrified.
Terrified, tetrified, whatever, whatever it fucking
Word
matters,
of the
bro.
week is tetrified.
And if it's not a word in the dictionary, guess
I don't
what?
care what word of the week, as long as it ain't that
You know
demure
what
Oh,
I'm
shit.
so it wasn't an armed. That's crazy that they threw that shit
So you're
on the
wrong,
table.
nigga.
What do you mean wrong? I was asking a
'cause
question.
You put it on there like it was an armed robbery. And
I
it
asked
wasn't.
a question. I
And you
said if
were
it
wrong.
was, then this
and
is
you
what it.
were wrong. Just
Oh,
like
shut
the
up.
cops.
Anyways,
See,
All right,
Yeah, that's
and, all right.
crazy.
So hold up. I think the misconception here is that the cops were in the wrong. I
yes,
think we all agree.
we're
on
not
that.
saying that they weren't.
However, when it comes to
the
a
law.
lawsuit, the cops were doing their job. They fit the description of somebody who could have potentially been
No,
armed and
the car
dangerous.
fit the description.
Exactly. Wasn't an armed robbery. Said they fit the description of someone robbed
said
a
the
guy
car.
at the bar.
That's what you said, right?
Well, his
Okay,
mom
the
just
car fit the
reiterated that
description.
said-
Still,
I'm
if
about to
that
they
they
see a
could-
car that fits the
Anyway,
description
point being
of a
is
crime.
that
They didn't
the
say the
court
car
is
was
not going to
silver.
give a fuck
My
if
car
you're
was
just
silver.
like, oh, I was traumatized. The court's going to be like, oh, that sucks to suck. You didn't get hurt, did you? Did anybody die?
People
Did
get
you
traumatized
shot?
every day.
Sucks to suck, bro. The
They can
cops
do
are doing
shit
their
if you die
job.
anyway.
You're
If anything
sensitive.
gonna
happens
do
with
shit
us
you don't
three,
do.
please, I do not want y'all in my corner, cause y'all niggas is just
You said, wait,
No,
what?
whatever.
y'all are puppies.
It is just a fucking...
No, not puppets.
And
Baby,
y'all
you
are-
just gotta understand.
No, I
that
didn't say
some shit you're
puppets.
not
I
gonna
said
get-
puppies.
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 You're
How
the
are we
Y'all
puppies?
fucking lay down.
sensitive.
I don't want. If
Anyway.
anything happens with us, I don't want to deal with it. I'm good.
All
I
right,
don't
we're
want y'all.
at the end of the show.
Well,
we're
don't
at an
have
hour
me in
and
my
45
corner.
here, so we're,
Yeah, 'cause
we're
you
wrapping up
just
the
we did
show.
an hour
a rabbit hole.
That shit
Yeah,
flew by.
yeah, this shit really
Damn,
honestly
that shit
zooming
flew by.
Yeah, we're already at an hour and 45 minutes, so...
All right. Well, I know Mama Bars was a consistent watcher, so thank you, Mama Bars.
Yeah.
You the shiz.
Jay, is there anything you want to, any last words before we hop off? Any, tell them where to find you and all that good shit?
Y'all can find me everywhere, man. Apple Music, YouTube, all that. You know what I'm saying? I had a blast with y'all. Y'all had me going.
And
man.
look,
It
that's
was-
J
it was
Bars
fun.
with 2 S's at the end, okay? Not 2 R's. It's J-A-Y
So it's J
space
Bars.
Yeah.
B-A-R-S-S. Because
Yeah.
I, for some reason, keep thinking it's 2 R's and not 2 S's.
Everybody do.
So, sorry. But anyway, was that it?
Bars.
Bars.
That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
Got it? All right, guys.